Searching the Northwest to bring you the biggest variety in sports. Northwest Television Sports brings you the rejoicing of victory, the frustration of defeat, the drama of competition. This is Northwest Sports.
Northwest Television Sports is proud to bring you Western Oregon University coming up next.
For the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon, everyone. Matt Palumbo live for KWVT Channel 17. It's home opener weekend for Western Oregon Community Appreciation. Fans are streaming in for a non-conference matchup against Texas A&M Commerce and the Lions, the number 12 team in the country, coming to Monmouth, their longest road trip in the history of this storied program. Western Oregon coming off a tough Week 1 loss at Angelo State, looking to get back on the right track. We're going to send it up to the booth and Mike Brown for brownie points.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Yeah. Excuse me. The things that Western Oregon has to look out for this week is sticking to the fundamentals. They had far too many mistakes, such as penalties, sacks, turnovers, and poor special teams play than positive plays on the road in Texas last week against Angelo State. The team they're playing this week, Texas A&M Commerce, has a powerful offense, scoring 83 points in their home opener last week. But again, they did have to travel far for this one. We're hoping that Western Oregon's team can control the clock with Amari Land, Nico Jackson, and the rest of the running group, while the offensive line comes together to keep second-year quarterback Ty Curry upright. Matt caught up with quarterback coach Trey Shimabukuro this morning, and I believe we have that for you now.
Matt Palumbo standing alongside with Trey Shimabukuro, quarterbacks coach of the Western Oregon Wolves. Well, what can you say? It's opening Saturday. It's the second game of the season, coming off a long road trip to Texas, and now you have Texas A&M Commerce and the Lions coming all the way from the Lone Star Conference, their longest trip ever. Yep. Tell me about how the team feels today and all the preparation that went into this week.
We're excited for the opportunity. These opportunities don't come by every year. I think the last time we played a team like this at home was Northern Alabama. We like the result of that one, and from a preparation standpoint, I think we're ready. Now we just got to line up and play, They're a good team, playoff appearances in the last 5 seasons, national champions in 17, and at the end of the day, they got 11, we got 11, we got to line up and play them.
Want to create an identity. I understand, everybody's healthy, the offensive line looks good. Amari, several touches last week, got some things going. I imagine that's what you're going to establish as a run game and a mentality of winning the game up front.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think we rely on our O-line to do a lot, our running backs to do a lot, and for us, that's where it all starts on offense. No matter what the score, no matter what the situation, we're going to run the football. I think it's more of a mindset and identity that we carried and developed this fall, and it's been good for us. I really think it's going to pay off when you play playoff football. You know what I mean? I think in the cold months when you need to run the ball, it's going to pay off for us. So we're looking forward to it, but that's always the game plan, is to run the football.
I know you can't overlook the opponent today. I know we'll head into conference play a week from today, obviously heading out again onto the road. But talk about these 2 first games against teams with those pedigrees.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, you talk about, playing playoff type teams. These are the teams you want to play. You want to play the best of the best, and I believe the first 2 games of our season is that. And then you add Midwestern State and Kingsville and Eastern New Mexico, and it makes the season tough, but it's exciting. You wouldn't want it any other way. But no, by no means are we overlooking these guys. You know, they're ranked 10th in the country for a reason, you know, so we got to show up and be ready to go.
Back just in time. It's a kickoff for the Lions of A&M Commerce. Mike Brown, welcome back to MacArthur Field. I cannot believe we're back for our third season. It's an opening kickoff. A&M Commerce winning the toss and deferring to the second half. Western Oregon will come out for their first possession of their home season, their home opener. Ty Curry, the senior quarterback at the helm, number 14. Good to have you here, Mike.
Excited for another Saturday at MacArthur Field.
Doesn't get any better than this. Basically a community appreciation day. Amari Land is going to be in the backfield. Touched the ball over 20 times at San Angelo State a week ago. And Curry ready to take the first snap of the home opener. He'll hand it off to Land, and he'll go off the left side. And he doesn't get much action there, but maybe 2 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, just trying to get some ground game established at the beginning of this game, running up the middle. That defensive interior for Commerce is very, very stout. Holding to a very short gain, setting up a 2nd and about 8 yards.
Very, very strong up front is Western Oregon this year, led by center Jacob Pruitt, the 6'2", 285-pound junior, hiking the ball to Curry on 2nd down. Land will get it again, and he will be met and stuffed for no gain. Joining him on the line will be Avery Belinsky, 6'3", 295-pound sophomore. Left tackle Joseph Gonzalez, 6'6", 310-pound senior. Right guard Christian Needham, 295-pound junior wearing number 79. And rounding out at right tackle Aaron Turner, the 6'7", 300-pound senior. It'll be 3rd and long here for Western Oregon, trying to move the chains and establish ball control offense against a very, very long and fast defense of A&M Commerce. Out into the flat, Land will get it. He'll turn it upfield. He might be close to that first down marker. They're marking him out around the 34-yard line. That looks like it'll be a yard or two short of first down.
Yeah, they went trips on the other side, leaving open the flat for Land, hoping he can use his speed to get to the first down. Unfortunately, just came up a little bit short. And now Western will be punting to this powerful offense of Texas A&M Commerce.
Andrew Gross, the junior, 180-pound, wearing number 96, will kick the ball away to Commerce. Good high-hanging kick, and Commerce will let it go out of bounds. It'll end up being a short kick. And the team traveling the furthest distance it ever has in its history. It's come here once in 1995 to play Portland State. And the Vikings, the Lions of A&M Commerce, traveling over 2,100 miles to Monmouth, Oregon today for this big non-conference tilt.
Teaching us some geography this morning. Portland is closer to Commerce than Monmouth, Oregon is. We thought it was different in the morning.
We're going to flip it over here real quick. And on the offensive side of the ball, it'll be Miklo Smalls, 6'2", 185-pound sophomore, wearing number 2, running this offense that scored 83 points just a week ago. Great pressure coming from the defensive line, almost an initial strip of that handoff. Everything kind of seemed in slow motion on that play, Michael.
Yeah, he didn't have any room to get anywhere. Good surge by the defensive line. Little was able to get a hand on the ball, trying to rip it away, allowed the rest of the defense to come and swarm. Group tackle, take him down for just a 3-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and about 6 yards.
Bo Heiberger is now an assistant linebackers coach, obviously missing his presence. Look for Tyler Worf in the middle, wearing number 33, to get a lot of opportunities to make tackles today. Smalls will be in the shotgun on 2nd down and 7. He'll be passing. He'll look to the left side, has a man over the top, throws into double coverage, and Curtis Anderson there to make sure that the player has no opportunity to catch that ball. Strong start on the defensive side of the ball for the Wolves.
Yeah, he had plenty of time, but just overthrew it. There was some safety help. It would have been a tough catch to make, but it is a 3rd down now. See if Western Oregon's defense can get a 3 and out.
I don't know how much the coach at A&M Commerce had to really complain about winning 83-0, but he said they needed to clean up things in his post-game interview. Now his offense struggling here on its first set of downs. 3rd down and 7 will need to get this ball past midfield for its first down. Smalls will be passing, looking over the middle, locks in on a receiver, throws underneath. And I'm going to say it's going to be close on where they mark this, whether or not they're going to get the first down yardage.
Looks like he's a little bit short.
Joey
bringing up the fourth down. The defense brought some pressure. They brought a couple of linebackers, enough to get the quarterback to throw it a little bit faster than he wanted. The receiver wasn't able to get to that first down marker. It's 4th and short. It looks like they might be going for it here at midfield.
Sinclair with the open field tackle. Hey, we're going to work on getting those numbers. We're just getting used to getting the jerseys back. You know, it's our first game back. We'll get it for you. Smalls will be in the shotgun on this 4th and 1, changing up the play and maybe his cadence, seeing if he can draw the defense off sides. Smalls, though, going to run it on his own and gets a little bit of room and then some and picks up 6, possibly 7 yards, and will move the chains now into Western Oregon territory on their first drive.
Yeah, you've got 10 guys up front to block. If the quarterback's going to run the ball, they run right up the middle with that, able to get about 5 yards and pick up the first down, setting up a 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line for Texas A&M Commerce.
A week ago on paper, Western Oregon down in San Angelo State almost looked identical when it came to rushing yards and first downs during that game, but it was in small areas like this where they struggled to finish drives or to stop drives from continuing. Smalls now out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off. Good pressure again from the defensive line so far, and the offensive line of the Lions missing some early assignments in this game.
Cummings able to get inside there and slow up the receiver coming in motion. He was able to juke him and get about 5 yards on that. The rest of the defense swarmed to the ball.
Tyrell Cummings, 6 foot, 315-pound redshirt freshman, is a load up front. 2nd down and 7 as 3 yards are picked up on first down by the Lions offense. And for the first time, we see Smalls underneath center. Man in motion coming to the short side. It's a quick handoff on a little stretch sweep. But again, disciplined defense from this Wolves defense being coached by the linebackers in Jason Slowey. We'll have opportunities to talk to Coach Slowey as the season goes on, but very exciting to see them so far sideline to sideline with good speed.
Yeah, as they run that sweep around there, he just wasn't able to get any yards off of that. Great job by the linebackers to come up, setting up a 3rd and short for Commerce.
3rd and 3 on the 36. Miklos Smalls hasn't had to throw the ball too much yet here on this opening drive, but looking to throw on 3rd down, looking underneath on the slant pattern. He'll get the receiver. It will be a first down. Braylon Evans with the tackle across the middle.
Braylon Evans just running a quick slant. Great job by the defender, but unfortunately he was able to catch the ball and get that first down for Commerce. A nice drive for them to start out the day here in Monmouth. See if the Western Oregon defense can step up as they're getting closer to the red zone.
Head coach David Bailiff once coached at Rice University. Actually went to 4 bowl games with a 3-1 record. And now in his 2nd season at the helm of this Lion attack, now on the march inside the 35-yard line. Good time for Smalls. He'll be flushed out of the pocket. He'll turn upfield, throwing underneath. Wonderful pattern run right there. Great patience shown by Smalls. And underneath, best I can tell, Michael, I'm going to get these numbers right. Might have been Ryan Stokes.
Yeah, he has plenty of time there. He runs to the outside. Looks like he's going to run down the field, but he sees his receiver come open across the middle. Picks up a really nice gain of 25 yards, setting up a 1st and goal for Commerce. Timeout, Commerce.
Commerce will call a timeout. We'll take our first break here on the official network, KWVT of Wolves football. We'll be back right after these messages. Smalls will put a man in motion now inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal to goal for the Lion offense. They'll hand it off and a short gain on first down. Special shout out to a watch party down in Texas A&M Commerce Country. I guess that's 45 minutes outside of Dallas at Luigi's. A shout out to all of you. Thank you for listening to this game live through the streaming portal on Western Oregon University's athletic site. And we're really proud here at KWVT to be here bringing you exclusive coverage of Western Oregon football as their defense now back on its heels. 2nd down and 3 on this opening drive for the Lions, looking to score first.
That'd be Commerce, north of Dallas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
big area to cover. Miklos Smalls looking out to the right. It's pressure coming up the middle, and he is sacked. Demonstrative effort from defensive lineman number 95.
Yeah, great job. Just pressure right up the middle. Almost lost him, but able to trip him up and get the first sack of the season for Western Oregon.
Tyrell Cummings.
Already called his name twice, doing a great job here early in the game for the freshman, the redshirt freshman.
Giving a bow down. Namaste, Tyrell Cummings. Way to make it a 3rd down and 14 as this Wolves defense bending and not breaking here on this opening drive as A&M Commerce has come out with a plethora of options on offense, but 3rd and 14. It should be a passing down for Smalls. Smalls looking out to the right flat, throws it up top. Pass is no good. Braylon Evans again on the single coverage to the outside, and it should force the Lions to have to kick a field goal here on that opening drive.
Yeah, they were letting the receiver and the cornerback play down there. They had a little bit of contact with each other, but the pass was overthrown, so no flag thrown, setting up a field goal attempt for Commerce.
Having it unofficially 31 yards for the Lions kicker. Lions kicker today should be Jake Visquez, or Viquez. We were asking during the timeout there. I think it's Visquez. Kick is up, and the indication is from the referees, and the kick is good. It's an opening field goal for the Lions on the opening drive. Michael, had to like what you saw on the offensive side of the ball from this Lions offense, but maybe equally, the Wolves could be happy about what they saw defensively, being able to stop them in the red zone and only putting 3 points up.
Most definitely. When you're playing a ranked team and who's heavily favored against Western Oregon today on the road, all you can ask for is to hold them to less than touchdowns and see if the offense can catch up as this game goes along.
I know you weren't here with us 4 years ago when North Alabama traveled here as the number 6 team in the country, but that kind of set up a good recipe for an upset, maybe the largest win in the last 5 seasons here at Western Oregon. But moral victory on that first drive, not to see a touchdown scored by a team that scored 83 points a week ago. They'll send Curtis Anderson, and it looks to be, best I can tell, number 16 is going to go back deep. Joey Sinclair and Curtis Anderson will be back deep to receive the kick from the Lions here, looking at their second possession here in the first quarter. Thank you to all the people over in the other booth handling our live stats. Jake Visquez is a 30-yard field goal. It was a 12-play, 44 yards of offense acquired on that on a 5-minute and 56-second drive, giving us our score of 3-0 Lions on top of the Wolves. 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining here on KWVT Channel 17, and the Lions set to kick it away to the Wolves. Line drive kick. Anderson will field it in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Wolves will take possession on the 25-yard line.
Against a team last week who gave up negative 93 yards of offense. 83 yards. 80 yards minus rushing and 3 yards minus passing. So Western Oregon has to get the ball going today. You saw in the first drive they were trying to get the ground game going, trying to control the ball, control the clock, keep the ball away from Commerce today in order to stay in this game.
A year ago, this offense struggled at times with Ty Curry running a run-pass option. They know he's the smartest. They know he's the toughest man that they have back there. But today you'll see Nico Jackson here on this second drive. But Western Oregon will want to find a way to run the ball effectively to give Curry opportunities to get to all of the receivers that they have at their disposal. Jackson will take it off the left side, and nothing happening on first down.
Yeah, just trying to find a hole up the middle there. Unfortunately, that defensive line for Commerce dominating so far early in this game, not able to pick up a yard on that play, setting up a 2nd and 10 for Western Oregon.
Looking up some stats on Nico Jackson. 124 carries for 553 yards. Averaged about 4 yards a carry a year ago and a couple of touchdowns. Still in the backfield with Curry. Curry gives it right back to Jackson. Jackson goes up the middle. And so far, the Lions look like they are every bit capable of handling the up front blockers. Our first penalty flag to hit the field this afternoon.
Hey, be smart now. Let's go.
Somebody giving somebody the business in there, I believe, after the play.
Extracurricular or some choice words shared between opponents.
Early in the game, trying to set the tone with who's toughest out there, but you got to make sure you keep it within the rules.
Checking into the game for the first time, Marquise Sampson, 5'7", wide receiver wearing number 5.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 56. 15-yard penalty, downtown. That is 56, first unsportsmanlike.
Aaron Turner, 6'7", 300-pound senior, whistled for the unsportsmanlike conduct. Will now send Western Oregon deep back into its own territory.
And the thing that Western can have today is penalties like this. Setting themselves up with long distances to go to get a first down is not something you want to do against a strong Commerce team.
The back end of this Lion defense definitely has talent, and we'll be talking about it as Curry does have to throw the ball at points in this game. Most in particularly, you'll hear the last name of Ramsey.
Ramsey, a great kick returner, All-American kick returner, and fast defensive back. Somebody who can make plays. You don't want to let him get the ball because he will take it to the house.
Coach Shima Bakura wanted to keep this game pretty much inside the tackles.
Correction, distance penalty was half the distance. We'll go from the 27 to the 13 and a half. 13, third down.
We're tacking on 3 more yards, just doing some remedial math here on Saturday afternoon. Kid's not in school, but for all of you watching, that's 3 more yards. It'll be second down and 23 for the Wolves offense. Curry going to the air, maybe has a pathway to throw, and he'll get it underneath to his big play target, and we want to see this more and more as the season goes on.
What the fuck are we doing, man? What the fuck are we
But Thomas Wright has got to see the football as much as possible.
Yeah, you see Curry get around. He has some time, moves in the pocket well all the time, finds a receiver down the field, picks up a positive gain and a first down for Western Oregon. Fourth down.
Not quite a first down.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. My apologies.
Original line of scrimmage will do it. Kick is away. Ramsey underneath waiting for it. But great tackling and great discipline coming from the special teams of Western Oregon. Number 22, Isaiah Abraham from Independence, Oregon, literally just down the road on the tackle.
And you know the coaches are hammering all week, make sure you wrap up, stay in your lanes, and they did that job, a great job on that play, holding him to a very, very short gain on that punt return. But now the defense is out again and trying to hold this Commerce's offense to 0 points. Well, Commerce is ready to score themselves. We'll see what happens here.
At the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. Man in motion, double man in motion. They'll take a direct hike. And a wonderful, one of the things that you will see all season long is the number 3 in open field situations. Curtis Anderson up-ins and levels the Lions' would-be runner.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to get down the field for a bigger gain, but Curtis Anderson out of nowhere up-ended him and flipped him over, setting up a second and about 5 yards for Commerce.
J.T. Smith upended by Anderson on that play. Second down now and about 5 on the 46-yard line, having to take this ball over midfield to pick up first down yardage. Lots of motion being sown by the Commerce offense. And they are going to take a second time out here in the first quarter.
Texas
We'll step
A&M.
away from the action here on
First charge of the
KWVT,
half.
Channel 17. It'll be second down and 5 for Miklo Smalls. He'll put a man in motion. Little bit of misdirection there. I bet you the cameraman, if I got faked out, might have got faked out as well. The Lions getting close to first down yardage there.
They did
but not quite.
Pick up a positive play on that one. It looked a little disjointed, but great job as we have a clock stoppage of some sort right now.
Carried by Spencer Long,
Spencer Long on the carry.
Anderson, and Little on the tackle.
They gave them the yardage. They'll move the chains. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Lions offense as they go right back to work. And they want to pick up the pace and the octane. They think that they've definitely got the size and the speed to dictate a lot of personnel changes for Western Oregon on the defensive side of the ball to keep them fresh.
Yeah, again, after scoring 83 points last week, they have it in their head that they're going to keep scoring every time. So they're going to keep trying to push it on this defense.
Lions offense at the top of the W in the middle of the field for Western Oregon University Wolves football here on Saturday. It's 3-0. Lions of A&M Commerce over the Wolves so far. 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter on KWVT 17. Smalls flushed out, looking upfield. He'll run the ball himself. And in those situations, Smalls can be exposed, did not take care of the ball, does get out of bounds, but look for opportunities maybe to knock that ball away.
And as they've been trying to do, pick away at the ball as he's running down the field, but he did hold on that ball, picked up a nice chunk on that first down play, setting up a second down at about 3 yards.
43-yard line.
I'm going to give it a 3rd and a long 4 for you today, Mike. Maybe a 3. The clock continues to run. Smalls trying to get a play call off of his wristband. He'll go underneath center. Joey Sinclair looking to come up, maybe blitz. Good first push from the defensive line, but the Lions offensive line able to carry their running back, number 34, E.J. Thompson, across the line for another first down.
Yeah, just getting right up the middle there, follows his blockers, able to push up and get that first down. Continuing to do what the Lions have been doing so far this game and just slowly but surely working their way down the field with some counters, some runs up the middle, some sweeps, some end arounds by the receivers. A lot of misdirection to keep the Western Oregon defense off guard.
Smalls 3 of 5 on the afternoon for 37 yards. First down and 10 on the 38-yard line. He'll hand it back to Thompson a second time in a row. And nothing happening on the left side of the Wolves' defensive line.
Now, if that was like an option type play where the quarterback can keep it, but he saw an opening up the middle, so he gave it to his running back, or it was a draw. But they were able to pick up a good positive gain of 3 yards on that first down play, setting up a second and about 6 yards for the Lions.
So far, this Lion offense wearing down this Wolves defense, handling and carrying the ball 2 minutes to 1 for every time. You've seen a second come off the clock so far here in the first quarter. The Lions now at 2nd and 7. Smalls looking to pass, looking left side, comes back right. Pressure again, could be sacked, but he gets away from one rusher, and he's run out of bounds. Again, good discipline on the edges being shown by this Western Oregon defense.
Yeah, Jalen Parnell standing to the outside and able to knock the quarterback out for a short gain, if not a short loss on that play of 1 yard. The quarterback has some elusiveness, able to run around the backfield, but not able to pick up a first down, setting up a 3rd and 5 yards. About 6 yards for Texas A&M Commerce.
Opportunity here for the Wolves defense, maybe to get no points on the board on this possession. If they can hold the Lions offense here on 3rd and 7, have to move the ball inside the Wolves 28-yard line. Smalls looking out to the right flat, has a man open, and again, textbook tackling and open field tackling. You're not allowed to do that as much, even in practice, but Derek Parnell taking out the receiver's legs.
And I believe Proctor in on the play on that one as well. Great job, because they did have man-to-man on the outside, and it looked like a receiver had his cornerback beat, but the pressure up the middle didn't give Smalls enough time to get the pass down the field. And we're going to set up a 4th down and short with
Darian Owens.
Texas A&M Commerce going for it right now.
Yeah, Darian Owens picks up 3 yards on the play. Good open field tackle from the Wolves defense, and Smalls now pointing off to the left side of his offensive line. He'll throw on 4th down, looking underneath. Quick little slant pattern, and they seem to know when they have the personnel that they can run that play. Second time we've seen it in roughly the same part of the field.
Yeah, again, man-to-man, and they're just running a slant there. It was good coverage by the defense, but the receiver ran a perfect route to make sure he got that first down. First down, Texas A&M Commerce.
Fresh set of downs, and Smalls now out to the flat. this offense picking up a little bit of steam and getting some good rhythm.
Yeah, on that first down, they get an option of running whatever they want. Looks like a little bit of a receiver screen on this play. And again, positive gains as they work their way down the field, 4, 5, 6 yards at a time. Western's defense has to make a stop here, come up with a turnover to try to stop this momentum that the Lions have right now.
Well, it was possession times 2 for the Lions. They lead 3-0. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back for more Wolves football in the second quarter here on KWVT, Channel 17. Second down and 5 as we start the second quarter. Double men in motion for the Lions offense. Miklos Smalls will send a third man in motion. They'll sweep it off the left-hand side. Diving for the tackle was the Wolves defense, but number 12 able to get the ball. Drake Flores.
Yeah, and as Flores is running down the sideline, the Western defender is trying to knock him out. Unable to, he still picks up another 5 or 6 yards at that point, setting up a 1st and goal for Texas A&M Commerce at about the 9-yard line. Red zone opportunity for both the offense and defense to step up and make something happen.
Kind of a disturbing trend here in that first quarter. Time of possession for the Lion offense, 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Western Oregon only had the ball for 3 minutes and 20 seconds themselves. It'll be the I formation. Thompson getting the ball off the right side. He'll run into the end zone. It will be a 9-yard touchdown for this Lion offense, and they opened up a giant hole.
As you say, the defense has been on the field a long time, and this offensive line getting comfortable, pushing the defenders out of the way. And again, EJ getting a touchdown right up the middle, and possibly a 10-point lead with this extra point at the beginning of the second quarter.
Last time you missed one, think about it.
Well, somebody, I like it. Maybe it's time for someone to miss one. He said, think about it.
Somebody with some passion out there.
Absolutely. First half statistics or first quarter statistics for Western Oregon as the kick is up and good. We'll take a look at some of those statistics in the first quarter. It was Ty Curry going 2 of 2 for 19 yards. He had a 12-yard reception to right that did help move the chains a little bit or give them some breathing room as they punted the ball twice in that first quarter. E.J. Thompson, who just scored the touchdown, had already handled the ball 6 times for 19 yards. Now add it on to make it 7 for about 28 yards and a touchdown. Right now, your score 10-0. Western Oregon doing some very effective things defensively, Steve, but again, they are playing a team that is deep, and we said something, and we're trying to be polite. I Steved you. I love it. It's the first time I've done that. Michael Brown, good to have you back in the booth. Hey, Steve, good to see you.
Flashbacks.
I know, I'm having flashbacks, but I mean, thinking about it, Western Oregon's doing some great things, but it's tough when you're going up against something that's faster and bigger.
Well, and again, the team coming off a 83-point victory last week versus another team that lost by 25 points. They're all trying to find out what they're made of here early in the season. Western Oregon's made some good plays, but on offense, they need to be more consistent and get the ball moving in order to keep the Texas A&M Commerce offense off the field. It's very important to see if they can get this running game or some consistent first downs.
That term RPO, run pass option, they'll probably sprinkle it in as the afternoon goes along. But I guess I ask you, if you're going to go line up basically helmet to helmet in the box like that against a team that's bigger than you, what's the thing that you have to be able to do to establish that routine that you're going to run the ball effectively?
Just make sure you're picking up your blocks, you're blocking the right people and moving people down the field. Don't let them get any penetration. Thus far, they've been able to do that, and Western has to fix those things to make sure that doesn't happen anymore.
Curtis Anderson took it about the 10-yard line, stays on his feet, but he is gang tackled right around the 23-yard line. Helmet's flying, and that could actually be Curtis Anderson's helmet that's actually hung.
Curtis Anderson has a challenge today. He's a really good returner last year, and he's playing against an All-American returner today on the Lions of, I believe, Dominic Ramsey. So he wants to make a play. This whole team wants to make a play. Now it's the offensive chance to see if they can get something going here with Nico Jackson and Amari Land at the running back.
They bring Land back in. It was Nico Jackson on the previous possession. Omari Land wearing number 23 will be on the right side of Curry in the backfield. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. and a little some of the Lions action being thrown right back at them as they hand the ball off to Marquise Sampson, 5'7" sophomore from Madison High School.
Same thing when they're giving the ball to the receiver coming around like that. He's trying to see a hole open and use his speed to get down the field, just picking up a 1-yard gain on this play, but it does set up things for later on in the game. They can run trick plays off of that or throw it back to a receiver on the other side. A lot of things can happen from that play.
Thomas Wright will be at the bottom of your screen, I believe. Wearing number 11, a little bit of lax coverage. Land was going to get it, but Curry now going to throw. Looking for a nice little block from Sampson, but Curry is tackled for maybe 2 or 3, and they're saying that the ball was down by contact.
And you see on the replay as he's coming around there, he does hold on to the ball, and right at the end, looks like the ball comes out when he does hit the ground. So it was a good call by the referees there. Ty Curry trying to use his legs to get a first down and a positive gain. He does pick up about 5 or 6 yards on that play, setting up a 3rd down and 5 for Western Oregon, an important 3rd down early in the second quarter to try to keep the ball away from the Lions, keep the defense off the field.
Got trips, wide receivers to the top of your screen. Curry in the shotgun. Little bit of Curry now going back over to the right-hand side, throws the ball, knocked to the ground. 2 receivers in the area, but Curry seeing pressure right up the middle and flushed out. Player down for Western Oregon, but it looks like they're going to be okay. Offensive lineman on the ground at this moment.
Yeah, Ty Curry had time on that play. Unfortunately, the receiver, there was some miscommunication because they were looking for the ball where he was throwing it.
Christian Needham.
Christian Needham on the injury as the training staff is looking at him right now. It does set up another situation of Western Oregon's defense having to be on the field a little bit more, and you hope they don't get too tired as this game goes along since they've been out there for most of the game so far.
Andrew Gross will park himself back for another punt. It'll be his 3rd this afternoon.
And it's good to see Needham getting up off the field and running off the field. Hopefully the injury isn't too bad and he can come back in the game. Important part of the offensive line.
Heading into conference play a week from now, Western Oregon definitely would like to see all facets of its team healthy heading into those games. Good punt by Gross, and Ramsey will fair catch it inside his 20-yard line. A big hanging kick, 19-30, make it about a 49-yard punt from Andrew Gross. Next week, Western Oregon will be on the road at Azusa Pacific. It'll be not till October 5th that you'll see us back here at MacArthur Field on KWVT, but we're proud to say that we'll have all 6, and you heard me, 6 home games. This is just the first. It's September 14th. It's a Saturday at MacArthur Field, and the Wolves trailing 10-0 here on KWVT, taking on the number 12 team, the Texas A&M. Commerce, the Lions, coming off an 83-0 victory a week ago and a national championship removed just 2 years ago in 2017. Nice little play out to the flat.
Yeah, they just throw it out to the flat, and the receiver tries to make a play, tries to hop over the defender, but Worf comes up and just knocks him out of bounds. Close to knocking him out of bounds, but clean play, no flag, setting up a 2nd and 4 for Texas A&M Commerce.
Lions very deep at all positions. Miklo Smalls definitely has a lot of options, either out of the backfield or in the wide receiver core. Thompson gets it, and he is absolutely stuffed.
Yeah, it looks like Sinclair and Proctor able to get into the backfield there on that draw from the Lions.
That might even be a loss of yards on the play, or a loss of yards. It'll bring up
about a
3rd down.
2-yard loss. Yeah, great job by the defenders there, setting up a 3rd down for Texas A&M Commerce here.
You look at Joey Sinclair, you don't see a very big football player, but he puts his head in there.
Oh, he's a baller. He's all over the place all the time. He's getting better as he grows up. Nice to see him out here this year making more plays.
Tyler Worf wearing number 33, calling out the defensive assignments for the Wolves defense. Now looking underneath, Smalls goes out into the flat and jumping out in front. Wonderful play from this defensive backfield of the Wolves. And it was Derek Parnell.
Yeah, Derek Parnell, they're just running it out there. He reads it the whole entire way. Just there a half second earlier, it could have been a pick six, but a great job to get a third down stop by the Western Oregon defenders there and setting up a punt for Commerce here. Western Oregon about to get the ball back, barring any sort of turnovers or penalties.
Jake Visquez back for his first punt. Visquez. I'm going to have Michael say it for me. Michael, say it. I don't want to say it wrong anymore.
Visquez?
Visquez?
There's no S.
There's no Visquez.
Our apologies. It's the fun part of doing this every week. You get to learn a lot of new names and try to figure them out as we go along.
Everybody gets away from the ball. It's a low line drive kick, and the Wolves will inherit nice field position near midfield.
Oregon will start their drive at the 46-yard line.
Trey Shimabukuro probably has to have some talk with Arn Ferguson about what they might want to do to open up the offense a little bit. Curry has had a couple opportunities to throw or run the ball, but right now haven't been able to string together consecutive first downs.
Yeah, early in this season, they're just trying to get the offense on track. And again, the running game being very important in this game when they want to keep the ball out of the Lions' hands.
Only 10 yards total rushing for Western's offense, but going over the top is Curry. Curry's got a man open and down inside the 5-yard line. The Wolves strike big. Tyler Reed opening up this offense as Curry throws a laser.
Yeah, Curry takes a pump fake there. You don't know if he's going to get sacked, but he gets the ball out, and a great catch. Receiver had separation with a big gainer early in this season here in Monmouth. Great job by the Western offense. See if they can punch it in now that they're in the red zone.
46-yard reception. Curry down to Reed. It'll be first down and goal to goal, and the Wolves looking to get on the board for the first time this afternoon. Jackson off the left side. Gets some push even from the backside, which is great. It was Jacob Pruitt coming behind Jackson, pushing his running back forward about a yard.
Yeah, great job by the Commerce defensive line there, just holding up the offensive line, allowing the linebackers to get up and make some plays here. Holding Western Oregon to no gain on that play, setting up a 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Curtis Campbell, athletic director, will be joining us at halftime. Curry gets it to Jackson. Jackson goes up the middle. He'll fall forward for a yard and a half.
Yeah, same thing on this play. Jackson trying to find a hole at the middle, sees a little bit of an opening, gains about a yard and a half, 2 yards. And it's going to set up another third down attempt, the first third down attempt inside the 5-yard line for Western Oregon.
Big key in the offseason for this offense, for this program, is finishing drives off inside the red zone. Nico Jackson back in for his second set of downs here in this game. Wright will be at the bottom of your screen. Curry has it underneath, throws into the back of the end zone. Wanted to get to Sampson and just a little bit too hot. He had time in that pocket, wasn't feeling any backside pressure, and tried to deliver to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he had another receiver underneath that looked a little bit open, but there was a lot of defenders, and he was trying to get a pinpoint pass to the back of the end zone. It's a safe pass, but unfortunately a little bit errant, and it sets up it looks like a 4th down attempt for Western's offense here, knowing they need to stay in this game with touchdowns, not field goals.
Ty Curry in the shotgun. Arn Ferguson giving him an opportunity to go. Curry flushed out. He'll go in. He'll run in for the touchdown. Untouchdown. Touchdown Wolves. Ty Curry, 4-yard scurry.
Great job by Curry there. He has a couple receivers going over the middle, very similar to the last play, but right away he sees an opening and decides to run. Touchdown for the Wolves, the first home touchdown of the season. Great job by the Western Oregon offense.
My first time to get to use something with Curry. Curry on the scurry. It's a 4-yard touchdown, waiting for the extra point to see if the Wolves can draw within a field goal. High snap, bad snap, going out, going to see if they can throw it into the end zone. It'll be nothing. And this has been the bugaboo the last 2 seasons. Special teams and plays like this. We'll step away from the action, but it's 10-6. Wolves trailing by 4 here in the second quarter on KWVT, Channel 17.
Dominique Ramsey back to receive for the Lions.
Well, pretty exciting. Ty Curry getting Western Oregon back on the board, trailing 10-6. It was a bad snap on the point after attempt, giving us our score as the Wolves will kick it away to the Lions. Now back in this game, only trailing by a single score. Ramsey will get the ball in the end zone, 4 yards deep, and he doesn't hesitate but to bring it back out. And there's a reason the freshman a year ago was All-American at the Division II level. There is a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
I know, I didn't see what happened there, but as he's trying to make a play there's a lot of contact on the sideline, so we'll see what this penalty is for.
Tackled by Joey Roos for the Wolves. There's a flag on the play.
Could just feel the confidence level come up on that sideline when Curry scored that touchdown. I know a week ago they got up basically 7-0 and probably were feeling really good about themselves, but found themselves late in that fourth quarter trailing 45-7, getting a couple of touchdowns late in
During
the game.
the return, holding on the receiving team, number 49, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
Penalty assessed to Demondre Lauderdale. He's a 6'2" defensive lineman, 240-pounder from Fort Worth, Texas, and Arlington Heights High School.
One of those type of penalties that happens on every play. It just depends when they want to call it, kind of thing. But it does back them up to the 15-yard line, setting up a 1st and 10 for Texas A&M Commerce.
There's like no traveling in basketball. I totally understand. Miklo Thomas will get it. Thompson will break a tackle, but again, the defensive line penetration from Western Oregon, they seem to have found something there that has really, really helped them stay close in this game.
Yeah, Cummings able to penetrate again on that play. He's doing a great job there at the nose. Able to get in that backfield, didn't quite make the tackle, but at that point, the rest of the defenders able to catch up to it and still hold him to no gain on that play.
Curry on that 3-yard touchdown that he had. It was a 5-play, 55-yard drive that took 1:59, giving us our score of 10-6. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Miklo Small's been handing the ball off a lot. Possibly a passing down here on 2nd down and long, but they'll run that sweep off to the left side. Worf was trying to give coverage there on the outside, ends up making the tackle and taking the offensive player out of bounds.
Yeah, just giving the receivers who are very quick a chance to make some plays. Good job by the defenders, again, reading the play, holding it to a very short gain, but it is just a short distance to get the first down for Texas A&M Commerce here, setting up a 3rd and 2.
Many times already this afternoon, Michael, we've definitely seen the Lions offense be in manageable yardage situations to pick up the first down. Smalls now calling out a play, man in motion. They'll hand it off and get stretched out, and great tackling. I mean, honestly, just textbook tackling.
Yeah, it looked like Nate Proctor able to come up there, 32, and the rest of the defense make sure they wrap up, trying to get a head on the ball and knock it out there from Curtis Anderson. But the most important part for the Western defense is they did hold them to a loss, setting up a 4th down, bringing out the punt team for Texas A&M Commerce. And I'll try to get used to saying Commerce for all the Texas A&M Commerce fans that are listening right now and watching.
A&M Commerce, A&M Commerce.
Don't have to say Texas every time.
Curtis Anderson parked on his 35-yard line awaiting the kick. Actually, I take it back. It's a short kick. It's not Anderson. And again, great field position going to be inherited here by Western Oregon. Tyler Reed back deep. And the last time this happened, Ty Curry was able to get the ball down in a hurry to give them their scoring opportunity. And again, you can just feel the good vibes and energy coming out of the team in red and gray helmets. They look really pumped up to play right now.
Yeah, Western coming off the loss, Commerce coming off the huge win. This is very different than what they experienced last week, so we're going to see how the teams react to this today.
Thomas Wright will be on the bottom of your screen. He'll be in single coverage. Cater Kohu now going to play a little bit of bump and run coverage. They'll give the ball to Land. Land gets off the left side, trying to get away from a defender. Won't be tackled up top or at his feet. Will pick up 3 yards. Tough running from number 23.
Tough, but really good running. Able to get a positive gain off that, bumping, just throwing off a couple of people who were trying to make a tackle there. Great job by Land on a good 1st down play. again, Western Oregon wants to keep this ball control going as much as they can to keep their defense off the field and give them a rest.
Like the spot there. I'll take the 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. Curry in the shotgun. Curry right under the flat. A good wide receiver screen play set up, and yards after catch. Well done, number 15. Lewis Vicino Jr., 6'1" from Fairfield.
Yeah, they put him in motion and get him over to the side there. Basically a wide receiver screen and good blocking down the field. He's able to get a 1st down. Good, very, very good positive play on 2nd down there for Western Oregon as this drive gets going.
During fall camp and being down here at practices, was able to pick up from quarterbacks coach Trey Shima-Bakuro that they believe they have 12 receivers that they can put on that field that can be effective. Curry will go right back to the air, throw underneath. And again, not much there, but things being set up now by Curry's confidence to throw the ball.
Yeah, as they try to get it out there, same type of play, air raid type play with a lot of receivers there, unable to get down the field to that next level, just getting a 1-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 9 for Western Oregon.
Jaron Ford with the 1-yard pickup. Trying to spread this defense out a little bit more now. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Curry in the shotgun. Now under 5 minutes remaining at 2nd down and 9. Western Oregon will take a timeout. That means we'll step away from the action here on the exclusive network for Western Oregon football, KWVT, Channel 17. Second down and 9 for the Wolves offense. Curry calling a timeout on the previous play, not liking the personnel, and it looks like it's going to be a free play here. Curry now going over the top, looking at right, and almost broken up, and maybe we're now going to get a face screen call here because the defensive back never even looked back at the play.
I saw lots of penalties on that play. The offensive line moved, and the defensive back was going for the ball, so I'm not sure. We'll see what that is. They're talking about it right now as they group up there. But again, the offensive line moved after the defensive line moved, and then we had some probably some offsetting type situation here. One of the annoying things in football to me.
Yeah.
Make it 15 yards one way and 5 yards back. How about that? Call it even.
That's why it's offsetting. Even Steven.
No, but they just won't have any yards change.
Man, there is laundry all over that field. Kind of our first lull in action. Definitely been a nice back and forth thing. Something I've been looking for to see early on in the season.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, defense, number 5. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense, spot foul, number 22. Ball will be placed at the spot.
DJ White gets the pass interference call. And Mike, I do think it's because he didn't turn around.
Yeah, it must have been and unfortunate for him because he did read the ball perfectly and knock it away. But if you don't turn your head around like you're making a play on the ball.
The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Defensive pass interference.
You can get that call on you occasionally. I'm sure the Commerce fans aren't happy about that one, but it's a 50-50 call on that
Felipe Chambers also caught offsides on that previous play. But it'll give Western Oregon 1st down and 10 on the 30. And with a touchdown, would actually be ahead in this game as the number 10 team in the country, number 12 team in the country here on the road, their longest road trip in school history. Sampson now coming into the backfield. Curry fakes it to him. Curry trying to go up the middle, and Curry smartly runs off the left side. And on the previous play, Michael, I wanted to talk about this. I want to see it integrated into the offense, but I want to see Evander Willingham, number 48, get in there. In the long history, there was Caleb Tingstead a year ago. There's been Andy Avgi, always the tight end position, going all the way back to Kevin Boss, who made it all the way to the NFL. I would love to see Evander Willingham get integrated into this offense.
It'll be nice to see here. Right now, they do have the control running the ball right now, so they're sticking with that as they run.
Curry now going underneath, and I'll tell you something. The playbook has definitely been opened up. 1st down yardage for Curry, and Curry making quick decisions and just getting rid of the football.
Yeah, quick play action pass, get into number 85, Damon Hickok. He holds on to the ball. Great snag. First down, Western Oregon. Inside the red zone again, trying to see if they could take a lead on this 12th ranked team.
Curry, over the 2 seasons he has been the leader of this offense, has basically been around a 54 to 55% passer today, completing the ball at a much higher percentage. Number 14 now getting another first down and 10. It's on the 16-yard line, and the Wolves knocking on the door and potentially a lead in this game. Curry now all the way out to the right side. He'll get rid of the ball smartly. It'll be second down and 10.
As he's rolling out there, trying to find a receiver down the field, both receivers were just running curls of about 8 or 9 yards, but neither of them open. Great defense by the Commerce defensive backs on that side of the field. Eventually, Ty Curry throws the ball away, setting up a second and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Clock is stopped. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ty Curry in this offense taking a moment. Now with 7 on the play clock, and they will end up taking a timeout. It'll give us a chance to talk about some things that are coming up this afternoon. We're going to have a great chance this afternoon at halftime to talk with the athletic director here at Western Oregon University. Some exciting things happening within several programs, whether it be soccer, whether it be basketball, and I believe volleyball, all with new head coaches. Curtis Campbell will be joining us.
Illegal formation on the offense, 12 on the field in the formation. That was before the timeout.
I understand situational football, and it seems a lot of the time, and even Curry's probably pretty frustrated as he's talking with the referees right now. You have to know your assignments in these situations, Michael, so that you do not stall out a drive that really could be a big momentum boost as we head towards the end of this first half, and Commerce will get the opening kickoff of the second half.
Yeah, again, this 5-yard penalty is an unnecessary penalty. It's a mental mistake. It's not a physical mistake when you're trying to – occasionally you'll get a hold, you get a face match, get things like that, but you can't have formation penalties, offsides, things like that. It really does kill the momentum of your team.
Thomas Wright in the slot. Curry takes it. He's got pressure coming up the middle. He goes over the top. And Curry, smartly enough, got rid of that ball. But it's the second time today I've seen Curry take a direct hit after releasing the football. But he makes the smart play there, throws it where nobody can catch the ball.
Yeah, his countdown clock, he knew it was the pocket was collapsing around him. He had to get rid of that ball. Fortunately, he was able to get it down the field and throw it over all the defenders and the receiver, unfortunately. But does give them another chance here with 3rd and 15 to see if they can at least get closer for a field goal or pick up a first down here.
See Land in the backfield to the left side. Couple of defensive line adjustments from the Lions defense. And Curry at 3rd and 10, surveying the field. He'll look right, sees a man underneath. He has Thomas Wright, but Wright literally tackled at the moment he makes the catch.
Yeah, Thomas Wright had to reach back a little bit for that ball. Curry has plenty of time, but no receivers deep down the field for the first down. Tries to get his outlet receiver, see if he can make a play, but again, a little bit behind him. Great job by the defender to come up to make the tackle, setting up, it looks like a 4th down attempt here for Western Oregon at the 18-yard line. No Gonzalez this year, so not as many kicks.
Curry now steps up in the pocket, has room to run, gets his shoulders square, looks at the pylon. They're calling it not quite a touchdown. Ball down at the 1-yard line, but a great comeback and catch.
Yeah, as you see, looks like the only reason they called it not a touchdown is because his momentum took him out of the end zone, I guess, but looked like a touchdown to me. But great job by Curry finding a receiver open at the goal line, setting up a first down for Western Oregon.
Jared Ford with his 2nd reception on the afternoon.
And it looks like we have another timeout on the field.
We'll take a step away from the action. We'll complete the second quarter live on KWVT, Channel 17. Curry gets it. He gets it to Land. Land up the middle. Touchdown, Wolves! And the Wolves are on top 12-10 after trailing 10-0. Land puts them back on the board 12-10. And the number 12 team in the country struggling here in the second quarter.
The same type of play they've been running the whole game. Amari Lander, Nico Jackson up the middle. This time Amari able to go right up the gut, get a touchdown, and Western Oregon with the lead on Commerce here with about 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Extra point to come.
Andrew Gross didn't have a chance to kick it last time after a bad snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Western Oregon, after trailing 10-0, back-to-back drives after receiving poor punts. Man down on the field for A&M Commerce, but with 2:24 on the board in the second quarter, it's a 13-0 run for Western Oregon in this offense, getting on track in all facets, running and passing the ball effectively, Michael.
Yeah, for sure. The last drive, the biggest play on that fourth down, where they were able to get a deep, complete pass at the goal line to Jaron Ford. A great catch by him. A debatable call whether or not it was a touchdown already, but Amari Land able to take the ball right up the gut on that next play, score a touchdown to take the lead. The momentum that Western Oregon's been looking for the first two games, they do have it right now. Now you have to see if the defense can come out and get a hold in these last 2.5 minutes of this second quarter.
Peyton Searcy, defensive lineman, down on the field being attended to by the training staff of A&M Commerce, getting off the field in his own power. Western Oregon has to be very happy with their resiliency and the way that they've responded to their early struggles on offense, have really been able to open up here in the second quarter and capitalize on field position to get the two scores. It is Land on the 1-yard run and Gross with the kick, but it's a 10-play, 56-yard drive that took up 4 minutes and 17 seconds, 13-10, Wolves on top of the Lions. And right now, don't want to speak too early, but upset alert here in Monmouth, Oregon. Heading towards halftime, like I said, we'll have Curtis Campbell, athletic director of Western Oregon, joining us in the booth to talk about everything happening at Western Oregon here in athletics. Looking forward to that conversation. But before then, the Wolves will kick it away and try not to get Dominic Ramsey a clear path to run, the All-American returner, a freshman a year ago, now a sophomore. He'll catch it near his own end zone. Good momentum, but Ramsey gets wrapped up, spun around, and he'll be taken down at the 20-yard line. Special teams and great tackling all day so far from Western Oregon.
Yeah, great job by the kick team there. He thinks he has a little bit of a seam there, but ripped down at about the 25-yard line. With 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the half, we'll see if Commerce decides to try to get down the field and score some points before the end of the half.
Where Western Oregon might have struggled on third downs at 0 for 5 on the day, they have found a way to make up now in a very balanced offensive attack in the second quarter. Miklo Smalls will hand it off to Thompson on the left side. Wharf, though, will push Thompson out of bounds. Not much there on first down.
And as you see there, they're not really hustling back to the ball, so they may be trying to just run out these last 2 minutes and regroup at the half and get their game plan ready for the second half. Both teams have used a lot of timeouts already, so we'll see if there's anything left in this half.
Describe what it's like, Michael, when you've played an opponent the week before that you would have to say at some levels is, inferior as an opponent, and that you beat so soundly. This has got to be a different feeling for them right now. The Lions have to be feeling it a little bit.
Well, they know being on the road, they're going to have to take care of the ball, take care of the opponent more than anything else.
Smalls now in trouble. He'll flip it out. It looks like Thompson was the relief valve there as he flipped the ball out of his hands, Michael. Not even a conventional pass there from Smalls.
Yeah, great job by Smalls there. Sees his running back coming out of the backfield, tosses to him real quick. The pitch action there like he's an option quarterback. But it is a first down for Texas A&M Commerce. But again, Western Oregon's in this game right now. Have confidence, and it's going to make a great second half here. And we'll see what Texas A&M Commerce, how they react to not being up by a lot of points right now like I think they may have expected.
They're trailing right now by 3. Smalls now in the shotgun, watching the clock right around 1:28. Hasn't started yet. Smalls now going to pass, looking over the middle. Pass is high, and Parnell there to break it up. Gotta like everything you're seeing on the front side of this defense and their linebackers, and now the backside, this defensive backfield, breaking up plays routinely this afternoon.
Well, to give the defensive line confidence and the linebackers confidence to know that the guys behind them can cover down the field when they don't get enough pressure like on that play. It's a good, solid defense on that play. Setting up, I believe, a second down here for Commerce with 1:22 seconds left on their 32-yard line. Excuse me.
3 wide receivers will be to the bottom of your screen for Smalls. Smalls looking over the field. He's going to be passing here on second down. And again, pressure coming from the Wolves, and he flips it away again. And I'll just say this, Miklo Smalls looks a little rattled right now. They're not getting good penetration at all on their blocks, and the defensive line has been showing pressure over and over again on every passing play.
Yeah, they had the defensive line running a stunt there with the defensive end and defensive tackle crossing each other over, and the defensive end able to get some pressure, force Smalls to run to the outside and then get rid of the ball. 3rd and 10 here for Commerce.
You're listening and watching this game on KWVT Channel 17, home of the Wolves. Miklo Smalls now 3rd and 10 on his own 34, and Western Oregon maybe a chance to get this football back and increase its lead here in the first half. Smalls now, will get a dead ball. They'll stop the clock, and we're going to get a false start.
Delay a game, maybe?
Delay a game.
Delay a game. Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And Western showing pressure on that play.
1:16
may have
on the
rattled
game
Smalls
clock,
a little bit
please.
to try to change up the blocking scheme on that one. Unfortunately, it took a little bit too long to get that snap off, setting up an even longer 3rd down for Commerce.
Back that ball up 5 yards. It'll have to get out to the 44-yard line here on 3rd down. And the Wolves have their ears pinned back.
And another timeout.
Western Oregon.
I got to tell you.
3rd and final charge, timeout of the half.
Yeah.
It's an important minute 16 here. You know, both teams want to make sure that they don't make any mistakes or have anything they don't want to have happen here. Either a big play against the defense or a big play by the defense. Both teams are very cautious.
Again, the pressure being shown on Smalls, and this Lions offensive line seems to be struggling right now with what Western's throwing at him. Wouldn't you not throw a little bit of pressure, maybe not your full package, out there in that situation, because you don't want that play over the top that gives them the big yardage play?
Well, isn't this always the argument at the end of a game or in anything, you know, prevent defense versus your regular defense? And that's the chess game of football. You know, both coaches are trying to outplay the other one right now to see what they're going to call on that one. Again, Western showed pressure on the last play. Now let's see if they just drop back and cover all the receivers.
The front 4 today for the Wolves defensive line, giving pressure and fits and troubles to this Lions offense. Smalls now would be 3rd and 15 on his own 29. Looking over the Wolves defense, needing to pick up chunk yardage here. And here comes the pressure from the Wolves. And they got a screen. And Western Oregon absolutely sniffs it out. And they will get this ball back. They'll have no timeouts left, but they will have an opportunity to put more points on the board.
Yeah, Smalls gunned that ball out to his receiver there on that wide receiver screen. But it was a great job by Tyler Worf on that play, able to wrap up, take the receiver down, and now we have the clock running with about 40 seconds left as the Commerce team will punt to Western Oregon to see if they can get anything at the end of this half.
Reed will be back deep around
Reed, the playmaker today.
Right around his 25-yard line. You can see that Commerce is going to run this clock down to about 3 seconds to get it away. Decent kick. Reed gets everything away from it, but maybe he'll look to field it. And I'll tell you, interestingly enough, it'll go down to about the 20-yard line. There'll be 21 seconds remaining. And Reed, much different than, say, somebody that we remember from the past, Paul Revis. Paul Revis would have wanted to scoop that ball up and take off like a gunshot. But Reed, smartly enough, lets the ball get down to the 21-yard line. I don't think that Arn Ferguson will bring the offense out to try to do anything other than probably just take a knee and take the lead into halftime.
Yeah, I have seen him try to get some extra yards for his running back, so sometimes you might see it, but it looks like they are about to just kneel the ball. Take this to the half with the lead. Western Oregon very excited for this first half. Unexpected outcome so far in this game.
Well, as you take a look at the field, you will see Western Oregon heading off to the locker room. And in these final 5 seconds, what an afternoon so far of football for Western Oregon here on KWVT. It's the Wolves 13 and the Lions 10. We'll be back with Athletic Director Welcome back to MacArthur Field. I'm standing alongside Athletic Director Curtis Campbell. Campbell, like the soup, wearing his red Western Oregon suit. I love it, or his shirt. It's a great shirt. It's a big year here at Western Oregon. A great start during the football game and our opener today, 13-10 over the number 12 team in the country. But so many things happening in your program right now, year number 2.
Yes,
Three?
Finishing year number 2, starting year number 3.
Starting number 3, I know, yeah.
It's been very well. We got 3 new coaches on board that's going to starting this year, and real excited. Casey Bingham, our new women's soccer coach, Stacy Metro, our new women's volleyball coach, and Wes Pfeiffer, our new men's basketball coach.
I know the volleyball team already has a match underneath their belt. Did they get a W? Oh, you don't remember? That's all right. No, it's okay.
No,
you got a lot of work.
No, I don't want to say that they. I don't want to. I don't want to say what they got. No.
And I know that the basketball.
They competed well.
No. The Western Oregon basketball program, though, over the last few years, you know, it's got to be interesting to have a transition to having a new coach there. I know it's been a very positive thing, but it's got to be tough to see.
It's a good thing. We wish Coach Shaw all the best in his new position at Washington State University. He did a fantastic job for us, and he left some big shoes to fill. And so Wes is stepping into a position where there's a lot of pressure and a lot of high expectations, and I think Wes is prepared for it and ready.
Yeah.
Again, when you have a successful program, and when you come in as a new coach to a successful program, it just puts a lot of added pressure. It's different than when you come into a losing program because the expectations are low already. Yeah. But Wes, I think, can handle the pressure, and I think he's going to do a fine job. A very great personality, outgoing, going to play a really good up-tempo basketball. So I think the fans will enjoy the product on the court, and we'll win some basketball games.
An important year maybe on the football side. I kind of noticed when you look at the schedule, you'll go down the docket. This program, Western Oregon, is going to be playing a lot of teams from the Lone Star Conference. Some nice home-and-home options, and I know that's important as you're building a program here.
Yes, and the in any sport, you want to play the highest caliber competition you can play, and the Lone Star Conference is one of the best Division II football conferences in the country, and you always want to measure yourself against the best, and I think it helps your programs rise to the occasion. If the bar is high, they rise to meet it. And as you see from the first half, our young men are playing their hearts out, and it's a great competitive football game, and we're fortunate to be in the lead right now, and I'm hoping we continue the second half.
I know that the infrastructure of any good athletic department starts with good personnel. I know that you've also brought on a new sports information director, and I know that's an important position at every level at any program. But talk about the new hire here.
Yeah, Brian Courts. It's one of the most important positions in an athletic department because they promote your student athletes and your coaches, and they promote the athletic program. And we were very fortunate to get someone of Brian's caliber to come in. He's hit the ground running and done some great things already promoting our teams, and just very glad to have him on board. And second to compliance, Randy Lightham, the person who makes sure that our students are eligible to compete. Yeah. Brian is the next most important person.
As you look forward through all the programs that'll be, participating at the intercollegiate level this year, I guess what's your hope and maybe your mission for Western Oregon moving forward through 2019, 20, and beyond?
Simple. We want to graduate students and win championships. We play NCAA Division II athletics, and we want to be one of the best programs in the country. And first, we got to start out by being one of the best programs in our conference, the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, which is a very strong conference, and so we want to be the best in the GNAC, and then we want to be the best in the region, and we want to win national championships. And so I think that's our goals. That's every head coach's goal, and it's my goal.
You hit a big point there. I think I didn't hear the percentage, but I was overhearing a conversation. Graduation rate very high right now.
Yes, we do very well academically, and it's a tribute to our students and to our coaches for the students that they recruit. I think we have like a 3.013 or 3.018 GPA for 300 plus student athletes, and so we do very well academically. And again, that's the most important thing. I tell all the student athletes that they're here to get a degree. The education is the cake, and
nice.
Playing a sport is the icing. And so they get to do both, and they're fortunate to have an opportunity to get an education, and then they're very fortunate to be able to play Division II athletics.
Obviously, we've got a beautiful campus that we get to look out from our booth vantage point. Anything that's happened to any of the facilities or any updates to anything this year? Anything that we should be looking forward to?
Well, we just purchased a property in Salem, Oregon, where we're going to be WOU in Salem, Western Oregon University in Salem, offering classes and graduate degrees, and so we're expanding our market. We want to attract folks from the Salem area, and so that's really big news, and it's just yesterday I think it was formally announced, and we're very excited about that because it's going to help generate more revenue for the university and grow our programs.
I know you probably know it verbatim, but I would love it if you share it with everybody. What's the best way to interconnect with the athletic program via the internet when they want to reach out to Western Oregon?
Just go to our athletic website at Western Oregon University, click on the athletic link, and come and visit our website. I think Brian has done a great job updating it and putting current stories out there and promoting the students and coaches. And another way to connect is buy a ticket and come to a football game or a basketball game and actually come and see it live. And that's what we want for Polk County, Monmouth and Polk County Independence, for folks to come out and enjoy our sports. I think we have a great product. I think it's a great environment to bring a family, relatively inexpensive, and you can have a great time here. And so we just want to get more folks in the stands and more folks on campus enjoying our athletic programs.
Well, I mean, give me your honest appraisal. What did you see on the field? 13-10. It's the number 12 team in the country, and this is what you wanted.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. And I see our coaches doing a fine job making adjustments. I see our kids playing hard. And, again, that goes to show on any given Saturday, anybody can surprise anybody. That's why we play the games, because you never know how they're going to turn out. And hopefully we'll keep performing like we are and walk away with a W today. That would be great for our program.
Well, all continued success. I appreciate your time. It's always good to talk with Curtis Campbell, just like the suit, the athletic director of Western Oregon University. We'll be back after this break on KWVT, Channel 17. Well, Michael Brown, I don't know what I was expecting this afternoon, but what I got is a football game for at least 30 minutes. Western Oregon now leading 13-10 over the number 12 team in the country. It harkens back to 4 years ago, but we still have an entire half of football to play. But I want to know, what did you like most in that first half?
What I liked most is Commerce came out and punched them. They took the lead. The field goal, I don't count the field goals, but with the touchdown, they took the lead. They had the control of the ball in that first quarter. Were able trying to establish their game. Fortunately, Western Oregon was able to fight their way back into the game and now take the lead. Just keep playing the same game, Texas A&M, they're going to be questioning themselves. Commerce is going to be questioning themselves after their blowout win last week. Are they really talented? If the people on the team, the coaches are trying to talk them up right now, it's what makes a really good game. It's exciting.
They got 5 teams inside that Lone Star Conference alone that are inside the top 20 in the entire Division II level. So they know that today you got to bring your best when you're on the road. You were making some points about that as we went through the second quarter. What's difficult about coming on the road and playing somewhere like here?
Well, it's a different environment, obviously. They're from North Texas, the things they deal with weather-wise, the travel that they had to come up here and deal with, and they're seeing a different part of the country. A lot of them, I imagine, are seeing a different part of the country that they have never seen before. It's a lot to take in, and you're playing in a hostile environment here in Monmouth with the fans being here, mostly full house right now. It's a lot to deal with. And again, it's that changeover from a blowout win last week to this game. Now they're actually playing against a real team. No offense to Nueva Leon, it's just a different situation with them. It's why we have a game now. And Western Oregon has confidence. Last year, they had the same type of situation where they would turn the ball over, have penalties, but then they couldn't overcome those penalties. But today they are.
Amazing. Teams are basically coming back out onto the field, getting prepared for the second half. Give you some statistics to give you some idea of just how good a second quarter Western Oregon was able to have. Ty Curry, number 14 quarterback, senior for Western Oregon, leading 2 scoring drives, 8 of 12 for 107 yards. Curry's also run the ball 3 times for 14 yards and 1 touchdown. Land getting the other touchdown. Things to really look for here in the second half. Western Oregon actually outgaining the Lions in total yardage in that first half by 6 yards. Western Oregon 132 to the Lions 26. Rushing the ball has not been as effective as they'd like, Mike, but they were able to get the ball on the ground for 25 yards, the Lions for 58, but doing some damage through the air. 1 pass of over 46 yards late in the second quarter. The Lions dominating time of possession in the first half, 16-11. It was much worse in that first quarter, so Western Oregon making some strides. Western Oregon 5 total first downs. This week, they had 22 down at Angelo State a week ago. Third down conversions, Western Oregon 0 for 5, and the Lions 2 of 8. Both teams 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions in the first half. Western Oregon also winning the battle, and I think we're going to be surprised about this statistics. 5.2 yards per play that they have been able to get yardage on each and every play. And the Lions of A&M Commerce only 3.7. Western Oregon being able to do some things effectively in space that I don't know that they were sure that they were going to be able to do today. Nice sign going into the second half.
For sure. Again, last week they weren't consistent on offense. They had too many penalties and turnovers. But today, after that first quarter, after the few hiccups they had at the beginning of the game, they've been able to pick it up and find receivers down the field when they do decide to pass. Curry's finding some time in the pocket and finding people down the field. It's made it a great game, different than what I was expecting at the beginning. I was hoping they'd be able to control the ball and do those things. I just wasn't sure if they were going to be able to do it. And so far in the first half, they're making a game out of it.
Really the only big mistake for Western Oregon today, a missed point after attempt after their first touchdown. After trailing 10-0, the Wolves storm back after receiving good field position on back-to-back possessions, scoring 13 unanswered points, bringing us to our score of 13-10 in what proves to be a great second half here on the exclusive network for Western Oregon football, KWVT, Channel 17. Live on KWVT Channel 17, it's second half action here. Great Northwest Athletic Conference action will start a week from today, but it's non-conference action. The number 12 team, Texas A&M Commerce, making their longest road trip in school history to Monmouth, Oregon. And the Lions are trailing 13-10 as the Wolves score 13 unanswered points in the second quarter. Western Oregon will have to kick the ball away to start this second half, as you're looking at some first half highlights and some of the great camera work from our crew here at KWVT. Michael, I take a lot out of that first half, and maybe the thing I take most out of that first half is just how good they played defensively.
Yeah, they've been solid across the board. Again, Commerce able to get those sweep plays earlier, the counter-type plays earlier. But as the game's moved along, those aren't working as well anymore, and their offense has become stagnant. Now it's their turn in the second half to see if they can get the momentum going their way. Again, a very good game so far in this first half. As you see some runs up the middle and some more of those sweep plays that they were running so well in that first half.
Andrew Gross will kick the ball away to Dominic Ramsey and the Lions to open up this second half. Band plays the music. Gross kicks it away. It's a short kick, and Ramsey will have plenty of room. All-American takes it on the open kickoff, and he is stuffed just past the 20-yard line. Again, disciplined football being played by the team wearing red jerseys and gray helmets. Western has wrapped up and not missed very many tackles today.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job of going for the legs on some of these Commerce offensive and special teams players, and I believe that's the third or fourth time somebody's been knocked up into the air based on a great tackle by a Western defender.
Miklo Smalls underneath center to start the second half. Smalls 9 of 14 in the first half for 67 yards. Thompson will get the ball. He'll turn it upfield. And this is the first really big chunk play we've seen out of that offense, getting the ball all the way out to the 50.
Yeah, as they're running the ball just off the left tackle, the defensive end was pushed inside. There was nobody to contain the outside there, and he's just working down the field with great blocks from his receivers down the field, picking up a big chunk play for the first play of the second half for Commerce.
Oddly enough, not a lot of footage was shared at all between these two teams. And in fact, from what I understand from Western Oregon, they had absolutely no footage on this Lions team offensively or defensively. So kind of doing it in the dark. We could call it almost a week one prep game for those conference games to come up. But the Lions come out and run off the left side 2 times in a row and get 2 first downs, making it look easy.
And we have a whistle on the field. Looks like a helmet came off for somebody. Yes, 2 plays in a row. They're just running off the left side.
Helmet off.
Just running off the left side, and great blocking down the field for them, picking up another big play. They're doing what they want to do to set the tone here in the second half, being the 12th ranked team in the country. Now you have to see if Western Oregon's defense can step up again like they did in the first half.
Big adjustments coming from the Lions offense on the first 2 plays, finding some weak points on the left side of the defensive line. For the Wolves, first down and 10 on the Wolves' 41-yard line. Nearly a minute and a half expired here in the third quarter. Smalls changing up the play. Little play action, but pressure coming, and Smalls is in trouble. Smalls keeps his feet and falls to the ground after getting positive yardage there, but almost a big sack from Javelin Parnell.
Yeah, Jalen Parnell coming off the backside right away, had pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback did pick it up, able to run to the outside, eventually get to the outside and gain a positive 5 yards on that play. Miklo Smalls is very elusive in the backfield. You got to make sure, try to sneak on him a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Easier said than done, obviously.
Smalls actually had negative yardage up to that point in the game because he had been taken down in the backfield a couple times, but 5 yards picked up by number 2, the quarterback. Now the ball on Western Oregon's 37-yard line, and Smalls looking left and looking for something underneath. He'll find a player. Trying to break down the defenders was the Lions' offensive player, but not much there, if any.
Yeah, he does find his receiver for a short gain here, but the defense read it very well, and they swarmed him, holding him to just a 2-yard gain, setting up a 3rd and 4 yards for Commerce. Big play here early in the third quarter. To
Lorenzo Rosario with the reception.
Great job by Rosario there.
Rosario picks up a couple yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. Western Oregon's defense has come up big a couple times here this afternoon against this Lions offense. Will have to do it again, showing pressure up the middle. Smalls to the outside, has Thompson open. Worf will make the tackle, but it won't be before Thompson is able to pick up enough yards to pick up a Lions first down.
Yeah, it was a great play. They had 3 receivers to the right side of the field, but they run the running back out to the flat. The linebacker has to come up to make that play. Just unfortunately for Western Oregon, he wasn't fast enough to hit him before he made that first down. 1st and 10, Commerce.
Penalty flag down, going off the left side. Thompson gets it quickly.
And I believe there's going to be an offsides on the defense on this play.
We'll wait for the official call.
Offside. Defense, number 19. That penalty's declined. Results of the play is first down.
LJ Lovelace going to be called for the penalty for being offsides. Should move the ball down to the 25-yard line. Actually takes it all the way to the 20. Smalls calling for the ball, looking to the right. He'll be flushed out, finds a player underneath. And Smalls has done a really effective job on those check down plays, Michael, to find his outlet receiver.
Yeah, he's got time in the pocket. You know, sometimes they're getting pressure. Unfortunately, on this one for Western Oregon's defense, they didn't. They find the receiver. And Derek Parnell able to come up and make a sure tackle on that to just hold him to 4 yards, setting up a 2nd and 6 for Commerce at the 16-yard line.
Not seeing the same defensive line penetration or pressure that the Wolves were able to get in the first half on Smalls. Smalls now with wide receivers out, right and left. They'll hand it off to Thompson. Thompson gets to the left side. Not Thompson. Having trouble with the number reading today. Michael would love to have had a spotter, but I'm going to do the best to say J.T. Smith with the run.
Yeah, and again, great blocking as they run off the left side of the field. Looked like there could have been a block in the back. Wasn't called. A positive gain on that second down for a first down and goal at the 8-yard line for Commerce. Looking to see if they can take the lead back here early in the third quarter.
A&M Commerce picking up where they left off in the first half, controlling the time of possession through running and throwing the ball effectively. Miklo Smalls now in the red zone. First down and 6. Really well-read play. Proctor.
Yeah, Nate Proctor on the play as they run another one of these motion plays to the outside. The defense held up strong. Fortunately for Commerce, the player didn't. Looks like he did get a little bit hurt on that play. It was a rough tackle on that one. But great job by Proctor wrapping up in the backfield, setting up a 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line for Commerce.
Great penetration from Worf in reading the play, taking down the Lion offensive player, and a 5-yard loss will bring up 2nd down and 11. Smalls now going to pass underneath, and that little rub or slant, Michael, has been there almost every time they've needed it.
Yeah, with the defensive backs not really being up on the line, it gives them that 3 or 4 yard cushion. They're running down 3 or 4 yards, just turning on the inside, and the ball is there every single time for them. Not as much space to keep running that play when you get inside the 5-yard line, so we're going to see a lot of different possibilities here.
6-yard pickup there. It'll bring up maybe 3rd and about 4 yards to the end zone. Maybe 7 was on that play, picked up 7.
And some questions here. And
Western Oregon and their defense will take a timeout. We'll step away from the action and be right back for more third quarter action on KWVT Channel 17. Smalls will be calling for the ball. Action back underway here in Monmouth, and Smalls looking off to the left side, trying to run up the middle, but he's wrapped up by number 16.
Yeah, great job as they try to run that same type of quarterback run up the middle that they scored a touchdown on earlier.
Sinclair with the tackle.
Get the first down on Joey Sinclair, able to come up and make that tackle, bring the field goal team out, and to see if they can tie the game here. About 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. Third quarter.
Vasquez has already one field goal on the afternoon, looking to tack on a second field goal and tie this football game. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and this game is tied at 13. We'll step away for a short break, and we'll be back for more third quarter action. It's a Jake Vasquez 20-yard field goal. It's a 12-play, 74-yard drive. Only taking 7 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock here. Western Oregon will receive the ball for the first time with under 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And I don't know, Michael, how much of that you can take defensively. But so far, it's a tie football game. Back at zeros, essentially 13 all. Curtis Anderson back with Joey Sinclair. Vizquez, short kick. Anderson gets underneath it, looking for a wedge block, gets out, misses one blocker, gets out in front of another one. If he can just get one more step and out to the left, Anderson had a lot of room in front of him.
Yeah, Anderson, the DB, also a great returner. Almost was able to break that one. Great tackle there from the special teams of Commerce, able to stop him from breaking that. Very important that Western Oregon comes out and gets an established drive to use some of this clock, try to get control of this game again, finishing out the way they finished out the second quarter, able to score twice down the stretch there.
Western Oregon will get their ball back at the own 38-yard line. First down and 10. Ty Curry, very effective in and out of the pocket. Will give the ball to Nico Jackson, getting the start here in the second half. Nico Jackson's very easily discernible out there. Number 7, a very upright runner. Long hair, but a tough inside runner that if he does get outside, has breakaway speed.
Yeah, big kid there, trying to run up the middle with him off the left side. Able to get a couple of yards there, but again, haven't been able to establish the running game so well yet today with Nico Jackson. But keep working on it. They, too, can try to tire out the Commerce defense.
2 yards on first down for the Western Oregon offense. Willingham, the tight end, in motion. And now they give Curry a chance to maybe throw the ball underneath, but Curry cannot square his shoulders. He's hit very, very hard by the Lion defender.
Yeah, as they try to run a bootleg there, he gets to the outside, but the defender didn't bite, puts the pressure on him, and Ty Curry comes up slow. You hope that he's okay as this happens. Unfortunate because he had a receiver open in the middle but wasn't able to get it to him. It is now a third down for Western Oregon, third down and 8.
Curry now 8 of 13 on the afternoon. Will need to move the ball near midfield, the 48-yard line, possibly the 49, to make sure of a Western first down. Curry steps up in the pocket, does get his shoulders turned up, and it looks like the intended receiver was Jaron Ford. Ford had that great catch near the pylon here in the second quarter, but juggles the pass out of bounds, and it should bring Andrew Gross out to punt the ball away for Western Oregon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they brought some extra guys there. Ty Curry able to step up in that pocket the offensive line created, but unfortunately the pass was just too far to the sideline. Ford was not able to come up with the ball. Special teams come out, punt time for Western Oregon.
Andrew Gross's fourth punt on the afternoon. Game starting eerily similar here in the third quarter as it did in the first quarter. Great kick, though, and hang time coming from Gross. Ramsey will have to take the fair catch, and the Lions will take over on offense around their own 21-yard line, owning possession again as they were able to run the ball quite effectively and then able to get some timely passes on the backside, looking off receivers and those slant patterns that Western Oregon's defensive backs have had trouble defending today.
Yeah, just like the first half, like you said, it's very, very similar how it started. Western Oregon not able to get their running game going, punting the ball, giving the ball back to Commerce. So we'll see if who's made the best corrections at halftime and keep this going up right now.
Very, very quick action, fast game today as we've already gone past the halfway point here in the third quarter. Lions offense back on the field after a 12-play, 74-yard drive. Smalls mishandles the snap and now is forced out of the pocket, and he will lose yards on the play. Smalls taking his eyes off the ball on that snap, and it hits the ground.
Yeah, as it hits the ground, he still has the play set up, so now this receiver becomes the lead blocker, but a great job by the Western defense, and Worf again in the backfield. We've called his name a lot today. Able to get back there and hold it to a 5-yard loss for Commerce here, 2nd and 15.
Backing the ball all the way up to their own 16-yard line. Lions offense kind of making its first miscue of the day, and pressure being shown up the middle again by Western Oregon. Smalls passing over the middle, and a great catch and really great balance from the Lions receiver, and then putting his hand on the ground to maintain his balance and then get first down yardage.
Yeah, great pocket for Miklo to sit back there. You look like he possibly could have had his knee down, but he did a great job of holding his balance, picking up more yards. Quick pace offense here for Commerce.
4 yards picked up on first down after that really nice catch and run from Commerce's offense.
And again, Commerce getting this momentum right now, being able to hold on the ball, get first downs, keep working their way down the field. They're looking for touchdowns right now. Western Oregon is trying to get a stop.
2nd down and 8. Ball started on the Lions' 21-yard line, already taken 22 yards on this drive and more time off the clock. Smalls calling for the ball. Gonna pass on first down. Pass behind his intended target. The intended target there, Greg Craddock.
Yeah, and as you see, Greg Craddock trying to run another slant. The ball was behind him. A little bit of mistiming there because he did have time to stay in his pocket and find a receiver. Setting up a 3rd down and about 8 yards for Commerce.
Interesting time and interesting part of the field. What will Arn Ferguson call here, or Jason Slowy from that linebacker position, as they've been able to get pressure into the backfield and make Miklo Smalls have to make tough decisions this afternoon. Again, internal pressure being shown. Passes over the middle and underneath. Can't tell if it was skip. This is a tough one, Michael. I will tell you from my vantage point, I couldn't tell you if it was a catch or not.
Yeah, Micaiah Lee was there on the coverage, and it looks like he thought it was an incomplete pass. And even on the replay, it's so close you can't necessarily see it. Looks like we'll get another attempt at it. Although, quick pace offense, they don't give him a chance to think about it. Another first down for Commerce down the field.
Commerce goes back to back there. They run the ball right up the middle. And you can just kind of feel their momentum shifting in more of a downhill direction for this Commerce offense, who has owned the 3rd quarter, only scoring 3 points, but have literally held on to the ball for the entirety of this quarter. Smalls very confident with this offense, directing it and putting players in motion. Little bit of a counter action there, and Thompson gets the ball off the left side and just bowls over all the interior linemen for Western Oregon.
And as you see, he's just going up there. A lot of players are trying to strip the ball away, but not wrapping up to take him down. It gives him an extra 5 yards. And this fast-paced offense, very Lone Star Conference, Angelo State, this team with a very fast-paced offense. Defenders are starting to get tired. See if they can make a stop here. 1st and 10, though, Commerce.
Wolves defenders sometimes putting their hands on their hips as they are showing some signs of fatigue. 2 running backs flanking Smalls in the backfield. Thompson will get it off the right side. He gets a little bit of an opening. It collapses. Very physical play in the trenches between these offensive and defensive lines today, and you got to give Western Oregon's credit to this. They have not given up big points yet.
Yeah, another option type play there, and he decides to hand it up to Thompson. Thompson makes the first man miss, gives him another 4 or 5 yards. Some not so great tackling up that first contact from the defenders in the last couple of plays, but it does set up a 2nd and 5.
5 yards picked up there on first down. Clock continues to run now near the 3-minute mark in the 3rd quarter, and Smalls barking out orders to this offense that is getting, and he's sacked. Blindsided right up the middle. 3rd time Miklo Smalls has gone down today.
Yeah, great job with the pressure right up the middle. It looked like the defensive back was going to blitz on that play.
Blaine Burnett.
Blaine Burnett with a great job on that sack. It looked like the defensive back was going to come up and blitz too. It changed the blocking assignments for the Commerce offensive line, but they had some miscommunication. It leads to a sack for Western Oregon and a 3rd and 13 for Commerce.
A&M, Commerce, and the Lions offense struggling today in the red zone. Smalls now back outside the 20. He's throwing up a fade, ball up in the air, pushing away, and maybe, oh my goodness, this could be one of the great catches you will ever see. And I will tell you, Michael, what a play. Lofted up in the air, threw it up where only his receiver could get it. Pass is tipped and then caught, and both feet inbounds. An amazing touchdown for the Lions offense.
Yeah, there's not much else you can say than amazing. It looked like the quarterback Smalls might have gotten sacked, but he realized the pressure is on, threw it as hard as he could to the end zone, and a great juggling catch there. Touchdown, Commerce.
I apologize, just having trouble reading those numbers today, but Greg Craddock or Chance Cooper picking up the 22-yard touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good, and Commerce has come out here in the second half and asserted dominance. 10 unanswered points, 2:11 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll be back for the rest of the third quarter here on KWVT Channel 17. I'm not the best mathematician, but I can tell that the two scoring drives that have yielded 10 points and the only 10 points scored in this third quarter, giving us our score of 20-13. The Lions leading the Wolves here. 11 minutes and 42 seconds. The Lions have controlled possession of the ball as the Lions are about ready to kick the ball away. Chance Cooper with that touchdown, just had it confirmed. Appreciate that. All the help we're getting. Great action here on the field today. Great replays, great shots from all the camera crew out there today as Anderson will watch the ball go out of bounds. And Western Oregon should get the ball around the 35-yard line, trailing by 7.
And a mistake for Texas A&M Commerce here on that kick as they have the momentum of this third quarter. They don't want to give up any free yards to Western Oregon as they're trying to take control of this game.
Kick out of bounds. On the kicking team, number 9. Ball will be spotted at 35. First down.
Kind of marching on towards the fourth quarter, though. We have 2 minutes and 11 seconds left here with the Wolves going back out on offense. Ty Curry wears the number 14. His quarterback coach, Trey Shimabukuro, wore the number 14. And Trey Shimabukuro was very excited about this game, especially if it were close. Heading to the fourth quarter, maybe now, the coach and the player can get on the same page and get the Wolves down the field to score here to end the third quarter. Thomas Wright, wide receiver, out open, but he has no room to run, and ball back at the original line of scrimmage, picking up no yards. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, just a quick wide receiver screen there. Unfortunately for Western Oregon, read well and held to 0 yards on that play. You're hoping Wright can get out in the open field and make a play. But now we have second down and 10 for Western Oregon.
Ty Curry going to be forced here maybe to throw the ball more than he'd like to, and he's looking right at it on second down. Has a player open in Thomas Wright, again underthrowing the big play receiver and putting Western Oregon's offense kind of in a position again where it's going to need to throw the ball here at 3rd and 10.
Yeah, as they're dropping more guys back, reading past that whole entire play. Ty Curry had plenty of time on that play to find an open receiver. Unfortunately, just skipped the pass to him, setting up 3rd and 10.
Curry going right back to the air, steps up into the pocket, wants to run, looking for a blocker, now puts his foot down, running towards the sideline. He gets popped, and here comes the flags. Ty Curry clearly out of bounds, and the Lions are going to get assessed a late hit penalty, and you hope Curry is fine, but that is the toughness that they talk about him at that position.
Yeah, right away, he gives up on the pass play, but has some great blocking down the field as the play unfolds. And you see him right there on the sideline, and a late hit, which should give Western Oregon a first down on this play, because he might have been about a yard short.
Personal foul, defense number 33, late hit out of bounds. 15 yards added to the end of the run, automatic first down.
Beba Honey.
Nima Bebahani.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it was right on that sideline, so it wasn't the dirtiest of plays, but in the books, it'll go down as a very bad play because they would have had a 3rd and 1 there, or excuse me, a 4th and 1, but a first down and new life for Western Oregon on this drive.
It puts the ball all the way now into Lions territory on the 41-yard line. Ty Curry taking that run and taking the tough hit out of bounds and giving Western Oregon a new set of downs, first down and 10. Curry going to throw again, but the pressure coming, and he goes down.
Yeah, right up the middle there. He has a little bit of time as the receivers are trying to break open. The pocket collapses around him, And did you catch his number there?
I got Jalen Hodge, number 93.
Jalen Hodge, the man up the middle there, able to get that sack. And a big loss for Western Oregon on first down. It'll end up being second and about 16 yards to get a first down.
Are all indications I'm going to ask for a spotter in the future, or I need glasses.
With the sun on those yellow numbers, it's tough to catch those numbers all day today.
Land now out in the flat, wide receiver screen. Couple of blocks coming for Land. Land tries to stretch it out, runs out of bounds, but not much there. Very well defended by Commerce's defense. Again, a very, very long, a very fast and strong team.
Yeah, again, just throwing it out to Amari in the flat, trying to let him make a play down the field. He has some blockers up front, but great job by the defense coming up and pushing him out of bounds, holding him to a very short gain there.
3rd and 13. Ty Curry is going to head off to the sideline. He is holding his hand. I don't know what we'll have to watch that. We'll be wrapping things up here. It'll be 20-13. Lions on top of the Wolves. We're set for fourth quarter action coming up here on KWVT, Channel 17.
Welcome back to action here. As you see Ty Curry in the pocket here on that first down play, able to pick up about 6 yards over the middle. And a great pickup on first down as Ty Curry seemed to go have a hand injury, a cut on his hand from earlier in that late in that third quarter.
4th down and 4, Michael. No big deal. We're getting ourselves started here in the fourth quarter. A big play here in this game. Curry goes to right, and Wright gets his big mitts all over it. Corrals the pass, moves the chains, first down, Wolves. Nico Jackson coming back into the game.
Doing a great job. I was off on the downs there. After they go to 2nd and 16-17, they're able to get down the field in 3 plays, pick up that 17 yards they needed by about a half a yard there. Great catch by Wright, able to use his big body to reach over and get that first down. 1st and 10, Western Oregon.
Jackson will be on the right-hand side of Ty Curry. We don't know exactly what the cut or extent of that cut is to Curry, but he'll hand the ball off to Curry, and I got to give Nico Jackson credit. That was as hard as I've seen a person get hit in a long time, and he didn't budge an inch.
Yeah, it was a great job by the defender as well to just stalemate him there. Let the rest of the team come up and make the tackle. But you see they're trying to get the running game going with Nico Jackson and Amari Land still here in the beginning of the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9, almost 10, here for Western Oregon Wolves. I think that's the first time I've said Wolves today.
Nice. Wolves on the 31-yard line now of the Lions, trying to march down and see if they can tie this football game with a score and a point after attempt. But Curry taking his time, getting the play calls, and really being deliberate with this offense that has played pretty miraculously here. And going underneath, they were looking for Reed on a slant play there as well. But the pass will be broken up, but I like the action there for Curry to make a quick decision. If he can lead the receiver just a little bit, maybe a big play will open up later in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, great quick pass, great route by the receiver, but also a great job by the defensive back to knock that ball away, making it a 3rd and 9 yards for Western Oregon.
Sampson and Reed will come off the field, coming back in their place.
And at this point, this could be 4-down territory, too, so just be aware.
Kaylee O'Garrison. Curry, though, going to run the ball after a bad snap. Gets away from one defender. He'll take a big hit. And I got to give it to you. Curry is showing off his toughness this afternoon.
Yeah, as you don't see him passing as much as he did last year. Not as much run-pass option, just option plays for him. But on this one, he knows he's got blockers down the field, working his way, juking back and forth, setting up a very short 4th-down attempt here for Western Oregon.
Ball around the 31. It'll be about 2 yards. Actually, the 21. Need to get inside the 20. Curry gets it, and now going off his back foot, throwing it up for his receiver. And I'm going to think they're going to get a PI here. Wright does a great job selling that the pass is coming in his direction, and then the defender has to grab the lanky receiver, and it looks like it'll be a penalty on the Lions defense.
Yeah, very fortunate play for the Western Oregon team right here that they get that penalty on 4th down. But again, leaving it out there on man-to-man coverage, one-on-one out there. The defender didn't turn around for the ball fast enough, reaches up to tackle Wright essentially and gets that easy pass interference call. Although they're talking about it quite a bit here to figure it out.
The late hit on Curry in the third quarter and maybe a pass interference here.
Pass interference on the defense, number 1. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
L.A. Dawson.
L.A. Dawson, again, he's on an island out there, and this time he made the penalties. They've been making great plays on that defensive backfield, but it does set up 1st and goal for Western Oregon from the 8-yard line. Looking to tie this game up again with an extra point.
The Wolves' offense been opportunistic, and each time into the red zone today, they've been able to make sure that points go up on that board. Man in motion for Curry on offense, and he's going to flush himself out to the left, throwing to the back of the end zone. Running all the way out of bounds. Pass was intended for Vicino Jr.
Yeah, and as it looks like he's trying to get him on a wheel route out there. The defense read it perfectly, and there were 2 defenders in that backfield, or in the end zone. Ty Curry decided to throw that one out of bounds, make sure he couldn't get a pick, leave them another chance to get a touchdown here on 2nd or 3rd down. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line right now.
Nico Jackson at the bottom of your screen now showing his versatility in this Wolves offense as a wide receiver. Right to the short side. Curry going to run it on his own on a quarterback draw. He is tripped up maybe a yard short of that 1st down, but what a great, gritty run from number 14, Ty Curry.
Yeah, throwing Nico Jackson out to the left side. Maybe they're thinking a trick play, a pass, but you see there Ty Curry with some excellent jukes, gets down, tripped up at the 1-yard line, setting up a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Ty Curry, very tough today, taking a lot of hits, making a lot of plays though.
Curry has run the ball 6 times for 23 yards. And now a very important moment, 3rd down and 1 on the 1. First time we've seen a fullback in today for this offense. Jackson in the back of the eye, gets it running up the middle, and it looks like he's going to push over. Offensive lineman, hands in the air, touchdown Wolves! Looking for a point after to tie this game up as Nico Jackson demonstratively comes off of the sideline, scoring the touchdown.
A little bit of a high snap. Great job by Ty Curry to grab that ball, hand it off to Jackson. The offensive line with a great push. He doesn't get it on that first surge. Everybody goes for it after that, and we're a point away from tying this game up here with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Andrew Gross needs a clean snap here to tie this football game. Andrew Tingstead gets it cleanly. Gross gets the kick up, and the cook is good, and this game is tied at 20 with 11:29 to go. Don't miss all the action coming up here on the 4th quarter on KWVT Channel 17.
And Dominic Ramsey back.
Western Oregon giving A&M Conference a taste of their own medicine. Nico Jackson, a 1-yard touchdown. Gross with the extra point. It's a 13-play, 65-yard drive. 5 minutes and 42 seconds taken off of the clock. And Western Oregon, Andrew Gross kicking the ball away to Dominic Ramsey. Ramsey, no room to run. He'll down it. It'll be a touchback, and the Lions will come back. This number 12 team, Michael, traveling 2,100 miles for only the 2nd time in its history in the state of Oregon. It goes back 24 years to 1995 when they played Portland State. But right now, if you are the Wolves, you're exactly where you want to be.
You're exactly where you want to be. The defense has been playing well since the 1st quarter. And again, if they can get a stop here, it changes the whole entire game for sure. But Commerce wants to come out and get at least a field goal here to try to, again, get control of this game like they thought they'd have the whole time.
E.J. Thompson, been the workhorse for Miklo Smalls, handing the ball off to E.J. 13 times. Make it 14 here on this opening play of this drive, but stuffed on the right-hand side. The defensive line playing great football for the Wolves today.
Yeah, defensive line doing a great job getting some push, allowing the linebackers and the rest of the DBs to come up and get a tackle on that play.
One on the play, making it 2nd and 9.
Ian Russell able to get in there and make a tackle on that play.
Assignment football is something that they knew that they had to work on here at Western Oregon. On the defensive side of the ball, losing somebody like Bo Heiberger, it's been everybody by committee. Great open field tackling and discipline. Pass out into the flat and broken down again. There's a small gain on the play, but very well read as Braylon Evans makes the tackle.
Yeah, Braylon Evans able to come up. The pass is a little bit high and a little bit held up there, allowing the Braylon Evans to come up and make that tackle, keeping him to a 4-yard gain. And now we have a 3rd down and about 5 yards.
Cooper getting that last touchdown for the Lions offense with the 6-yard reception, but it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Miklo Smalls in this Lions offense trying to extend this drive. Proctor showing pressure. Again, the defensive line showing some stunts underneath. Pass is broken up. Western Oregon's defense coming up big as Derek Parnell, 185-pound Portland, Oregon, and Southridge High School born player, breaking it up.
Yeah, man-to-man, and as they run that slant, he's able to get up, throw his hand in there, knock the ball away, almost intercepted by, I believe, Curtis Anderson at the end. Excuse me.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Michael. I feel pretty strongly about this. That probably is the first 3 and out for the Lions offense and the first 3 and out for the Wolves defense today. A chance for a big momentum shift as Reed is back deep, and it's a poor kick again. Probably going to pick up a little bit there. Just stay away from it, Reed does, as they park the ball right about the middle of that GNAC sign. It'll be at the 31-yard line. But Ty Curry and this offense, again, almost, you said it to me right in there in that little break a few minutes ago. It's almost playing out just like the first half.
Exactly like the first half. They went up real quick, 7-0, 7-3, believe 10-3. But then Western Oregon was able to get control of the game at that point. And same thing, they score the first 10 points of this half, and now Western seems to be taking control of the game. Just have to see if they can score, if Commerce's defense is going to hold up.
Nico Jackson getting some tough yardage on that previous possession. They'll come back with a little bit more fleet of foot. Omari Land, though, in there to block as Curry's looking downfield and looking to get a big play. Wright has it, goes up to get it. He catches it. He keeps his feet. He can go all the way. He stays in bounds. Touchdown, Wolves! 74-yard bomb from Ty Curry to Thomas Wright, and the Wolves are back on top.
Yeah, Ty Curry just sees it. You see Thomas Wright going down the sideline. It looks like he's going to run it out, but then back up the field. Ty Curry reads it all the time, sees it, knows it, gives him time to run his route. Touchdown, Wolves. Great job by Curry to Wright on that play.
I love it. Order me up a number 14, Ty Curry, with all the right moves. Touchdown, Wolves, 26-20. Waiting for Andrew Gross's point after attempt to make it a 7-point game. High snap, controlled by Tingstead, gets it in, 7-point lead. Western Oregon absolutely playing with supreme confidence on their home opener. It's a community day. Everybody here at this game for free. What a treat to come out. 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go, Michael Brown, and this has been one great football game, and there's still 9+ minutes in it.
That was a fantastic job by Thomas Wright there. The defensive back jumped on when he was doing his out. Again, the momentum in the second half working out the same way it did in that first half. Western Oregon owning the second and fourth quarter right now.
Unbelievable. Tingstead gets that high snap both times and is able to get the ball down to get Gross those 2-point after attempts. Wouldn't it have been nice to get that first one, but you'll take the touchdown with the extra point. Unbelievable. That's a one-play drive, if I know my numbers correctly. One play, 74 yards, 13 seconds. Ty Curry to Thomas Wright for the 74-yard touchdown, matching Ty Curry's long touchdown from a year ago. And this is only game number 2 of this season in 2019. Like we said, really excited here at KWVT. We're going to be back for 5 more games starting on October 5th all the way through November 16th. But do not go anywhere, as we've got fourth quarter action coming up against the number 12 Lions of Texas A&M Commerce. Getting the ball back, and they've got great room, and unfortunately, really poor breakdown maybe. First time I've seen it all day on any part of Western Oregon. Really just didn't have the right personnel in the right place at that point.
Yeah, it looked like the defenders were going to swarm him up there. They had 5 guys run up the middle, but unfortunately with his speed, he got to the outside. The outside lane wasn't covered, and it had to be the kicker, Gross, pushing him out of bounds there, just about the 50-yard line. Looks like about the 47-yard line of the Lions.
Great starting field position for Miklo Smalls, but this is a very, very different football game than they played a week ago, winning 83-0. Now trailing by a touchdown at 27-20. Smalls will bring a man in motion. He'll fake the handoff, and he's looking to get it right back in a hurry. Big air underneath it. Anderson running down underneath it.
Oh, wow.
And the catch is made in between 2 defenders, one of them being Curtis Anderson and the other being Braylon Evans. Look at this on replay.
Yeah, the ball hangs in the air, but just giving the receiver enough time to run. Again, very fast-paced action. It looks like the Commerce team is getting up on the line of scrimmage right now, setting up a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Ryan Stokes.
We have a timeout on the field now.
Ryan Stokes using his 6'3" frame, but Michael.
Timeout, Western Oregon.
Really.
Second charge of the half.
Really a back and forth second half here all of a sudden, and it really does maybe feel like who's going to have the ball last. But what a reception there. Smalls really did give his receiver all the time in the world to go get that, and the receiver able to use all 6'3" of his frame to bring it down. That was Ryan Stokes.
Coach Bailiff of Commerce and the rest of the offensive staff decided, Western, you decided to go for a deep pass and get it. Let's see if we can match it right now and hold up our momentum, hold up how we're playing the game, and they complete that great catch at the 1-yard line.
Really going to be an interesting thing about to see this happen on back-to-back plays like this, Michael, because the ball control offense that Bailiff's offense has been able to run for the Lions all day, that just went out the window going down a touchdown. Maybe he felt if they didn't get something big that they could be really in a lot of trouble. But now, again, they punch it in here and get an extra point right back where we started.
Yeah, exactly. And now you have to see if Western's goal line defense has gotten better since the first half and see if they can stop them. Maybe hold them to a field goal.
E.J. Thompson, lone setback. Bunch formation. Smalls gets it, and they're looking to actually use Thompson to push him in. And you talked about the improvement on that, and that will tell you that's really well done.
Yeah, it's a great job by that interior of the defensive line. Cummings, the rest of the kids that are up there, they've been doing a great job all day. And again, pressure up the middle. You see a quarterback sneak. It looks like it's coming. They were able to get down, knock the offensive lineman down, let the linebackers come and get that push. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Great action here today in Monmouth today. You couldn't ask for a better start to the home season.
Interestingly enough, you even see how the Lions are going to run this. They're even taking time here because they feel like they're going to get it inside of these 4 plays, make that extra point, and they know that their defense can stop them and they could go on a sustained drive. Really interesting chess match between Arn Ferguson and Bailiff, the coach. It'll be Thompson just kind of easy walk into the end zone.
Yeah, most of the times they've been running the shift before the offense where the tight ends goes from one side to the other. This time, same thing as they run the sweep. Don't hand it off to the receiver. They hand it off to the running back, and he walks in for an easy touchdown with this extra point to tie the game.
Vasquez will be in for the extra point to tie this game up at 27. Right now, Lions, number 12th team in the country, taking on arguably what people consider the 49th ranked team in the country, Western Oregon. But right now, don't tell that to anybody here. 27-all. We'll step away for the action. More 4th quarter coming up here on the exclusive Wolves Network, KWVT Channel 17. Don't you go nowhere. It's 27-all in a very, very hotly contested non-conference game between Texas A&M Commerce, the Lions, taking on the Western Oregon Wolves. The Wolves opening their home season today in grand fashion. Curtis Anderson will be back deep, as well as Joey Sinclair receiving the kick here in a tie football game with 8 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. High kick, Anderson gets underneath it, looking for good blocking and good field position. Gets one defender to miss, but the ball gets basically out to the 20-yard line, and Anderson not much there. Ty Curry and this offense will go back to work on the last offensive series. Ty Curry going over the top to Thomas Wright for a 74-yard touchdown strike. On the previous possession for the Lions offense, it was 3 plays, 53 yards, and 1 minute and 14 seconds on that scoring drive. E.J. Thompson, the 1-yard run set up by the long reception made between 2 Wolves defenders when Ryan Stokes was able to bring the ball down. Curry will have it at first down and 10, 18 from his own 20-yard line. First down and 10. Curry's looking over the middle, passes up in the air, and very dangerous. Marquis Sampson had that ball kind of tipped up in the air, and lucky wasn't anybody there.
Yeah, just fell into that hole in between the safeties and the linebackers. Very fortunate for Western Oregon, because a turnover right now would be detrimental. Again, Commerce has a 2-to-1 time advantage this game. You still need Western to try to stay out here and use up some clock no matter what, just to give their defense a rest right now.
Curry, 13 of 23 for 199 yards. Obviously the big play coming to Thomas Wright on the previous possession. Curry will be throwing on second down. He's looking out on the left side, and he underthrows it, and he is intercepted. Easy interception as Curry was looking in one direction.
Yeah, he thought he had Wright on a route out there, but Wright misunderstood what he was supposed to be doing there, and a very easy interception. And about a 30-yard return for Commerce at the 20-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. I believe it was on the end there on the tackle or a hold.
Cater Kohu.
Kohu with a great job on that one, reading it all the way. And again, Western Oregon's defense is going to have to...
After interception. Personal foul, blindside blood block on the intercepting team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
And again, outside of really big plays for Western Oregon's defense, they've been able to hold Commerce most of this second half. Again, they just need to try to do the same thing and get the ball back to the offense. 8 minutes, a lot of game left, a lot of things could happen. It's 27-27 right now. We could have 2 or 3 more scores in this game.
The penalty actually backs up the offense considerably back to about the 35-yard line. Pretty costly penalty, but very nice field possession as the Lions offense operate now in Wolves territory. After trailing 27-20, came back to score inside of 1 minute and 15 seconds, now looking to take the lead. 8 minutes and 1 second remaining here in regulation. Screen set up for Thompson. Good blocking. Looked like Anderson was held. Curtis Anderson and the entire sideline absolutely calling for a hold on that play.
Good call by Commerce there, as they know pressure was coming. They saw it coming, threw it out to the receiver on a screen essentially. And yes, so you do see some blocking down the field. But a great job picking up a first down by E.J. Henderson on that play. Excuse me, E.J. Thompson.
Thompson able to pick up first down yardage on the play. Miklo Smalls really taking advantage. They said that Thompson would basically be their workhorse today. He has not disappointed at all. Smalls now on first down, going to pass. Now looking into the end zone, going back up top. And they're not going to call it. And I'm going to say it, Mike, we've talked about a few 50-50 plays there. I mean, you could tell on the backside. Definitely maybe a little bit of holding, but the pass broken up.
Plenty of time. He looks away from his receiver the whole entire time and then throws it down the field. Yeah, they are having some contact, but it looks pretty mutual down there, and the ref lets them play. On the 50-50 calls, I think it's tied still 1-1. Maybe that gives Commerce a 1-2 deficit, and they're owed one, but we'll see how this game goes along.
Now in the red zone on the 20-yard line, Lions offense poised to score again. Western Oregon's defense been very effective.
Timeout, Texas A&M Conference. First charge of the half.
We'll take a timeout ourselves here on KWVT, Channel 17. Pivotal moment here in a hotly contested contest. Big pressure being shown by Western Oregon. Thompson gets the handoff. Evans will push him out of bounds, but not before Thompson picks up 8, maybe even 9 yards on second down.
Yeah, as they're running another sweep, Nate Proctor had some great pressure up the middle, but unable to wrap up or get close enough to the running back to make a play. He gets to the outside, picks up a good chunk on first down. On second down. It does set up a third and about 3 yards. Another very, very big play here getting late in this game.
Thompson pushed out of bounds, short of the marker. It'll be third down and 3. Could be 4 down territory for this Lions offense right now. Smalls is going to pass on third down, looking to his left, tried to look off a receiver. He's going to run on his own. He has enough room. And Miklo Smalls showing just how athletic he is.
Miklo Smalls has plenty of time, and then he realizes there's nobody in that little area right there, and he knows he can pick up a first down. Tries to get more yards running down the sideline, then flipped over. Must have got a foot on the sideline there, because from that play it looked pretty good. But it does set up a first and goal for Commerce at about the 5-yard line. Great run by Miklo Smalls on that play.
Outstanding individual effort from the quarterback wearing number 2. In the shotgun, he'll hand the ball to Thompson. Thompson cuts it right back up the middle. And after being up 27-20, which seemed like a long time ago, Texas A&M Commerce and the Lions come roaring back on 2 quick scoring drives.
Yeah, that turnover was a big play when Ty Curry threw the ball over the middle. And then Commerce able just to work their way down the field slowly but surely with their workhorse Thompson, and Thompson able to get a touchdown here. About to go up by a touchdown with an extra point, 7 points with an extra point.
5:59 remaining on the clock. Low snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Lions will go back on top. 34-27. Michael, Ty Curry on that last play. A couple times this afternoon we've seen him get a little too fixated on one side of the field. Thomas Wright has made some big plays today, but how do you shake that off on this next drive, now trailing by a touchdown with a lot of football left in front of us?
Oh, they all have a short memory. They have to as long as Thomas Wright understands if he was supposed to run a different route on that one and that's been corrected, everything else you just have to let it go and worry about the next play. It's 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Ty Curry gets a chance to lead his team to at least a tie right now and a chance for overtime, barring anything crazy. But as this game is gone, there's big, long plays from both teams, so we have a lot of game to go.
E.J. Thompson now 17 carries, 81 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Miklo Smalls, super effective, 22 of 30 for 240 yards. Now in the total yards category, Texas A&M Conference on top, 371 total yards to 240 yards for the Wolves. Outgaining the Wolves 22 first downs to 9 and have had the ball 15 minutes longer. I think only to be down a touchdown is actually a testament to how well Western's played the game.
Oh, there's no doubt. Commerce has had some penalties that's kept Western in the game. But even with that, Western's making big plays down the field. It's how they've played the last few years. It's just whether or not they can tie all the pieces together by the end of the game and win this game. We're going to find out here in the next 6 minutes.
Sinclair and Anderson have it. Anderson gets it again. Sinclair with the block. Anderson nowhere to run. Again, one of the things they kept hearing in all of the pregame talk about A&M Commerce was just how long and strong and fast they are. And I know that Curtis Anderson's not used to being hit that early in that play, coming off the field a little shaken up.
Well, for Texas A&M Commerce, they've been in the top 25 for Division II for 54 straight weeks. That's since 2015. They're in the top 25. They've been very, very consistent and good. I'm sure they weren't expecting this game, but you see how their strengths are coming out right now, and they've got themselves a 7-point lead.
Dangerous play there as Jackson does get free and turns it up almost a miscommunication between Curry and Jackson. It was Willingham on the lead block on that play, but Jackson able to move the chains from the 23-yard line outside the 40.
Almost mistake, but it didn't happen that way, and they got a first down. Great job by the blocking down the field. And Nico Jackson is taking over this running game in the second half. It looks like they're taking their time before they make this next call. 5.5 minutes left, first down. Western Oregon.
Very tough sledding all day for Western Oregon, only 41 yards on the ground, but Jackson will get it back again, got more room to run, turning it upfield and using those powerful legs, churning away, picking up chunk yardage there, 6, 7, maybe even 8 yards.
Something they picked up on that last drive, they said, let's run the ball with Nico Jackson because it looks like a very similar play to the last one, and it worked. May not work very many more times right now, but great job moving down the ball down the field, getting it to midfield for Western Oregon.
8-yard pickup for Jackson, back-to-back good runs for number 7.
And you see them working the clock a little bit more. I'm thinking if they're hoping they can score, not leave much time left on the clock for Commerce, and maybe take this to overtime.
Thomas Wright at the top of your screen. Already has a 74-yard reception. They'll throw underneath. And again, that's the first time that they were going to go to Evander Willingham today. And I just, personally, from my vantage point, I think underneath that's going to be there at some point as this game continues for Ty Curry.
Yeah, it was a very quick pass, and unfortunately it looked like it had to adjust for the ball, an incomplete pass, which probably would have given them a first down, but now a big third down here for both the offense and the defense. Who's going to come up with the big play here?
Curry in a position maybe to choose to call his own number here, needing 2 yards and getting the ball out to about the 48-yard line. He'll pass, goes underneath to Sampson. Sampson with the reception. Now you wouldn't know it, but that, my friends, is a tough football player.
Yeah, heck of a pass there. Curry bullets that one in there, and he comes up with that catch. A great first down for Western Oregon as they work their way down the field here.
They list Marquis Sampson at 5'7", 155.
5'7", 155, stayed in there like he was Tony Gonzalez-sized tight end. It was a great job by him there in the middle of the field.
It does move the ball into Lions territory. Curry now with this offense. Going to pass again on first down, looking for something big down the field. Thomas Wright, again, not quite on the same page with Curry. Tried to get him when he turned out of that route. Wright complaining to the officials maybe that he was held.
Yeah, either trying to throw his back shoulder, it's just that he needs to turn around a little bit faster, and just the timing's off with them right now. The big plays have worked, but these short intermediate passes they haven't been able to click on so far this game.
3 minutes, 54 seconds in regulation. Ty Curry trying to successfully tie this football game. We'll have 3 wide receivers to his right, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Curry, though, does get the ball to Sampson again.
I couldn't tell if that was going to be a screen or just everybody missed their blocks on that one, but a great job by Curry to get the ball away quick, setting up a manageable third down here with 3 minutes and about 30 seconds left to go at the end of this game. Very quick game today as both teams have been moving up and down the field the whole day. It's been fun to watch.
Omari Land in the backfield might be a screen option here for the running back, but this is the most spread out we've seen the offense this afternoon. Curry will give the ball to Land. Land runs right up the middle, and what a great play call there. Get their defensive line, their defensive backs, everybody, linebackers all spread out, and give Land the room to run.
Yeah, and as they run the ball right up the middle, they had a nice trap as the guard and center were pulling. The blocking was great in the middle. First down. Quick pace offense here for Western Oregon. Back to the ground with Amari Land.
Land will get that touch. Western Oregon, the home team, with only 1 timeout, and we are approaching 2.5 minutes remaining here. Nico Jackson coming back in for Land after those 2 tough carries.
2 tough carries, but working the clock, working their way up the field. It's a great drive right now by Western Oregon.
He'll send Wright in motion. Now Curry going to pass and going towards the end zone, looking for Wright. just leads him a little bit too much, a little air underneath that ball, and it would have been 6 points.
Yeah, great job out there by Thomas Wright trying to get up the field to get under that ball. But, yeah, just a little bit overthrown.
Really a well-designed play.
Third down and 7.
First time we've seen Wright run across the formation like that and take advantage of his size out there on the outside. Just needed a little bit more time and air underneath that ball to run underneath. 3rd and 7 on the 28. The Wolves will need to get down to the 21-yard line to pick up the first down. Nico Jackson. Curry going to pass there. Curry in trouble. He gets rid of the ball. And coming in at the last moment, Kaleo Garrigan.
Great job. Curry, pump fake, trying to figure out, can't find a receiver. And Kerrigan comes open right in the middle of the field, working his way over the middle. Great job for a first down. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line with just a little under 2 minutes left. Western Oregon trying to tie this game up or possibly take the lead with it too.
Poise and composure being shown by the senior quarterback, also nursing a cut hand in this second half. Curry now going to give it to Nico Jackson. Again, a little strange communication. Shoe off one of the players here on the field. Looks like it is Nico Jackson that needs to come off the field. Land will come in his stead.
Yeah, as they were trying to run right up the middle, Pierre Leonard was able to get some, just knock his offensive lineman off of him and make a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, setting up a 2nd and 10. Minute and 14 seconds left for Western Oregon.
Unbelievable finish to this game. Curry now spreading out the offense. In trouble, throws it up into the air and literally gets away with probably his worst throw of the day, taking maybe his hardest hit of the day too.
Yeah, taking a huge hit on that one. Probably, yeah, you're right. Probably a bad pass on that one, but no harm, no foul. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Western Oregon. Curry seems to be a little bit shaken, but staying on the field.
Curry now with 1 minute, 1 second, 61 seconds. Trailing by a touchdown. Omari Land to his left. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. And now they're going to run in at the last second. Trey Shimabukuro will take a timeout. We'll keep it here, obviously,
For
Michael.
the snap. Timeout, Western Oregon. 3rd and final charge of the half.
Well, I don't know how you prepare for this in fall camp, and I don't know how you prepare for it. You get kind of a tough loss on the road to open up your season, but
I say you drop the kids in the middle of the forest and say, find your way out.
That's how they're doing it right now, man. Everything seems to be kind of clicking right now. They're not going to have any timeouts remaining. They got to get 14 yards and into that end zone one more time and get a successful point after. But I've been saying it roughly since the 8-minute mark, Michael, and I keep repeating it in regulation.
In regulation, of course. If they can score, get that extra point, we can see some overtime. But let's see how it goes here. You're playing against the 12th ranked team in the country, has had some really good momentum in the second half running the ball.
Ty Curry,
let's worry about scoring a touchdown first before the two-point conversion.
Yeah. You know, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Just excited football fans. Ty Curry coming out 16 of 31, 226, averaging about 7 yards per reception. He has a touchdown and an interception in this game. Curry, though, has taken some tough hits, also suffered a cut hand, but right now in position to lead his team and offense to a potentially big score. Land now going out. Curry going to run off the left side and absolutely, completely snuffed out by the Lions.
Both teams have been running these today, and unfortunately for him on that one, I think there was a hole. He just missed it. Tried to run between the tackle and the guard, and the hole was between the guard and the center. Sets up a very long 4th down here. Obviously, this is the game right here with 40 seconds left.
4th down, and they're saying 10. Ball would have to get inside the 4-yard line to stop the clock that now runs under 30 seconds. Curry going to the air, looking up, throwing it into the end zone, and the pass was intended for Jaron Ford. And that, my friends, probably brings to an end an amazing amazing football game for Western Oregon. Offensive lineman consoling Ty Curry as they know that their leader today basically put everything he had into this football game, and it looks like they're going to come up just a little bit short.
Yeah, Ty Curry's been battling all day. He's been hit over and over again. Unfortunately, as those hits add up as the game goes along, maybe the reason why he threw a pass a little bit over there, and he was also rushed. But a great effort by Western Oregon, who, if they did some spreads on these type of games, would have been huge underdogs and held them to just 7-point victory after an 83-point victory for them last week.
Victory formation for the Lions, as this will probably be the last snap of regulation. Ty Curry, as he came off of the field, just dropped his helmet and kind of just gave that shrug of like he pretty much thinks it was on his shoulders. You win as a team and you lose as a team, and Western Oregon can hold their hats extremely, and their heads extremely high today as they take on the 12th ranked Texas A&M Commerce Lions and lose 34-27, and in fact found themselves up a touchdown, Michael Brown, at 27-20 with about 9 minutes remaining.
Are they giving free shots at Luigi's right now?
Yeah, I know. Again, props down to those folks at A&M Commerce at Luigi's. Michael and myself and everybody here at KWVT really appreciate you guys listening to the game through the portal on Western Oregon's athletic site. Michael, we have a really big season ahead of us. I'm going to focus briefly on this. Western Oregon is going to do some amazing things this season, it looks like to me. 0-2 to start the season. Had to do a terrible thing, go on the road, 22,000 miles away in sweltering heat and get beat pretty soundly. But they come home, make the adjustments, lose by a touchdown, and they will start conference play a week from now, but I think with a lot more confidence.
Yeah, going into the game against Azusa Pacific, they're going to have a lot more confidence than they did last year. Last year, the non-conference schedule went a lot tougher. This time, they competed with a really, really good team, and the future looks really bright for this team going into the GNAC games.
Obviously, if I was going to give out a player of the game, I would probably be somewhere between Mikla and EJ. It would be hard for me to say.
Very fair.
I mean, the quarterback, Mikla Smalls, has basically a really, really solid game at the helm for the Lions. And Thompson, the 3 touchdowns, not 100 yards, but every time inside the red zone, Thompson able to cash in for the 3 touchdowns. Ty Curry on the day ends up 16 of 32 for 226 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. The running backs for Western Oregon, Nico Jackson carried it 9 times for 30 yards. They got a 15-yard run in there late in the game and also a touchdown. Ty Curry carried the ball 8 times for 27 yards and picked up a touchdown. And Omari Land, 7 touches for 20 yards and a touchdown. The action that's coming up next for us doesn't happen until October 5th, but we will be back. On October 5th, Simon Fraser will come all the way from Canada to visit us here in Monmouth, Oregon. We'll look forward to starting conference action then and the 5 remaining home games that we have here slated on KWVT. All of our start times at 1:05 p.m. throughout the rest of the season. On behalf of Director Ken Luiteg, I'm Matt Palumbo, Michael Brown. Football fans, wherever you may be, get home safely and be well.